Listen. Yeah. Yes, God. Oh. Get that out of there. Y'all, this week has been it's just been something. I don't even want to get too deep into it. It's just been something. As y'all know, I would have already posted a Drag Race Espana review. I would have had a Bad Boys Texas video out by now, but they have been doing construction for the entirety of this week. A new roof. They actually just redid my door. I didn't even know they were doing that. They redid the patios. Everybody's place is getting a little revamp. And they told us that this week they'd be doing that. And I didn't think it was going to be as loud as it is. And it's loud. From 7 a.m. to now, 7:45, because I promise you, the moment I started this live, they were still outside working. 12-hour day. So shout out to construction. I feel bad for them because I'm like, dang, 12 hours? Oh, in Houston? Yeah. But I'm also, someone who hasn't gotten any rest recently either because of this. My whole entire work schedule has been thrown off. My apologies. So today, this evening, we're going to do a rant with me. And with this rant with me, we're going to talk about all of the stuff that's happened so far this week and what is to come. That includes the announcement of Drag Me to Dinner. I'll be going over the entire cast, even the ones I'm like, why are they there? Jerry. And then also we're going to talk about, of course, our excitement for All Stars 8. It's around the corner. You already know we're now at the week marker here, or almost the week marker for All Stars 8 to start, as well as DragCon to start next Friday as well, which is May the 12th to the 13th. You can catch me there. I'll talk a little bit more about that. Plus, you can catch me performing for the first time as Piece of Cake on the 12th of May at Precinct. We'll get more into that as well because the girl said I can't, and I do. Also going to talk about other shows that have given announcements to. Real Housewives of Atlanta is starting back up again. I got to say, they have dropped these teasers, which indicate there will be high drama this year with new folks added to the cast that already don't get along with some of the OGs. Some of the OGs not getting along with some of the other new people. Sides will be drawn. It looks like it might be possibly an interesting season. Might be. She might be. I saw this movie called Beau is Afraid. I'm going to read it. I'm going to read that movie for 20 minutes. I want to tell you about a movie that you should never see. No, that's a lie because Ari Aster is a great director. But that movie, 3 hours. I went back, but I also asked questions. It was weird. It was deep, but it wasn't. And it was stupid at the same time. And I was confused at it. Is that my good friend Jeff? Y'all already know most definitely. That's one of my good Houston friends. Shout out to the piano man. No, I shouldn't say that, Jeff, but how you doing, friend? They've been working on my apartment all week. 7 to 7, friend. Friday, I got to come to y'all's house. You already, or I'm sorry, Gerald's. You already know. I need some game time. I need some not this for a moment here. Also, what else did I want to talk about today? There's a couple other things too. We'll bring it up on the roster here. I actually will go ahead and give my Mario Brothers movie review too as well today. I meant to put that on the thumbnail, but I just forgot to do it. But yeah, we're going to talk about a lot of stuff today. We're going to have a good time. Now, a lot of y'all already know what's up. It's your boy Matty-Rants. You can find me at MattyRants everywhere except for Twitter, which is at the Matty-Rants. There's a Linktree link in the description below. Grab a ranch, eat some fruit. It's a little Mativia. Gas. Catch me in all those spaces and places. I also do reactions on Patreon. I was able to get out the Drag Race Espana Season 3, Episode 3, The Ball reaction. That is posted. So if you want to see that reaction, I got it up. I have to make this announcement now because I'm starting to see people don't read the description box. They assume and they automatically comment, and it already had some issues with this yesterday. There's something going on with Patreon's app when it comes to the videos that I'm uploading via Vimeo, okay? The videos do exist. If you're on the app and you click it, it says, sorry, does not exist. That is not true. Something is wrong with the way it's processing in the system. I'm going to have to make this announcement every single video. I am. I'm gonna have to because I already saw it go down, and I'm just like, wow, like I'm gonna have to really say this because some people just won't get it, and some people will be mad at the fact that I have no control over the situation, but they want it their way. But the videos do work. You need to just go onto patreon.com for the time being and actually just click the video there. It all works. It literally all works. Please, seriously. So for $1 a month, I give you excellent commentary, excellent content, and there's over 300 videos. So get on over to Patreon. Read the description of every video that's posted. If there are issues, I'll fix them. But by all means, what's happening has to do with the app itself and not me in particular with my account with Vimeo that I just paid 300 extra something dollars for a year of uploading for. So trust me, everything works just fine. If it didn't, I'd have an email, and I've been always open and honest with y'all about that. So I hate that I'm even having to talk like this, but I was so frustrated the other day. I was like, I'm just going to have, this is going to be it for the rest of the year. I already can see it now. So I'm just trying to gear myself. I want to make sure I respond to everybody's comments. But when it becomes a little like, I've already said something about this, we make sure to talk about it. I make sure to cover it. Like, please just read the description. If something's not right, check it out. Click the link. Bam, it'll take you where you need to go. Switch your phone up. If it automatically directs you to the app, just go directly to the browser for right now. Thank you for those of you who do subscribe to my Patreon. And I'm sorry I'm having to have this conversation like this. I'm like mad I'm having to have the conversation like this. But I just need to make sure that everybody understands with every video now, I will be giving you that full description of what Patreon is to make sure we don't have a problem. Now, Cameo, you can book me on Cameo. It's a cool service. If you want me to send you something special from the heart, I got you. So just sit me there, okay? Crash, thank you for the super chat. Listen, I got a chance to play with Crash Mario Party this a couple of days ago. It was me, C Diggy, Crash here, and I think Bamori. Bamori was also in there too when we were, or excuse me, Biomiss. That's who it was, not Bamori. Bamori was on my Fall Guys. We played. It was Biomiss, Crash, myself, and C Diggy. Crash won the game. And I want to say that they won because the game wanted them to win. I love you down. I'm happy you won. Was it you or Biomiss? No, it was you. It was you for sure. Because like literally, Crash was getting their ass. They weren't doing good. You weren't, bitch. You weren't doing good. Bad stuff was happening, and it was like, oh, okay. Like, we're going to take advantage of this. Me and Chris are already enemies on any sort of gaming level of Nintendo. So that's my rival. So if I'm ever going to fight someone, it's going to be C Diggy when it comes to that, right? And then C Diggy was I had to like put him, I had to keep him poor. He was coming back. I was getting all the work. I needed that roll Crash. When that roll happened and I was under by 1, that was the reason you won. I missed that 1 star. And I was like, this bitch. But congratulations to Crash. You don't get those often. You won't get wins against me often. Trust me, I was cussing out my system at the end of it for sure. But listen, thanks for tuning in, everybody. Recognize and realize that this show is for entertainment purposes only, and content is not intended to malign any religion, race, company, individuals, or wigs. All opinions expressed by MattyRants and program participants are so their personal views and do not reflect any of the opinions of every human being on the planet. I promise you. I promise you. Promises. No hate should no hate should be sent to any of the shows or individuals mentioned in this program, so please don't be a jerk. And if you feel uncomfortable viewing this, by all means, consume some activity and have yourself a good hoot, okay? If you want to drop a tip in my jar for your boy here, all of it's going towards my LA trip. I've already basically bought groceries for the rest of the week. I'm going on a meat and vegetable diet and a water diet for the rest of the week up until I get to LA, because I'm trying to make sure I'm not looking like a bloated, swordfish over here. I don't know why it said swordfish. I just want to name a fish. But I want to make sure I look good for y'all when I see you at DragCon. So your boy over here is girl, I'm tired. We'll talk about DragCon in a second. I'm so tired. I've heard that song that I'm lip syncing to so many times. I have it down pat now. I know it verbatim, but I'm just like, ugh. Like, I was in the car today, like lip syncing to myself. This man looked at me like I was crazy. I was like, I'm practicing. Look into my rearview mirror, but you can get no higher. But yeah. So if you want to drop a tip in my jar, all of it's going to be really, really appreciated and super helpful with me in this LA trip because, of course, I am going to be buying some things for my drag while I'm there, such as heels, hair, the full bit, clothes, the full works, and all of that. I only have a couple things together. We got some nails coming in. Shout out to House of Milan. They're going to be nasty when I get them. And also, I have my face is going to be, everything's going to be put together. But if you want to drop a tip in my jar, also, this helps me with tipping your favorite queens when I go down the DragCon aisles and I try to get some merch so I can show them off to them and, of course, see them and say some love. So if anybody wants to, it's not necessary, but if you want to, tip jars right down there. It's paypal.me/MattyRants, Cash App $MattyRants, Venmo-Rants. I want to give a shout out to Natasha early here. As soon as I started the live, I saw your tip come in on Cash App, and thank you for the generosity so much, Natasha, for walking around money for LA. I need it. Thank you. This is going to be a very crazy trip to Los Angeles for me, and I am overwhelmed with anxiety, but not to the point to where I am like, physically unable to move. But I have a lot on my plate that I have to, do when I get there, and I want to make sure that I give a great show, but also see a lot of people I haven't gotten a chance to see at DragCon. For example, Jada Essence Hall. Y'all know 3 years ago, prior to the pandemic, Jada was supposed to paint my face. For, when I was doing the whole series, when I had queens come by and we would talk about their time on the show and paint my face, Raja O'Hara, the winner of Canada versus the World, mind you, was the last one to do it. And I was about to start a series up before the pandemic hit. And Jada Essence Hall was going to be coming to do my face. And we were talking about it on Instagram, the full bit, all that was about to happen. And then all of a sudden, everything hit the fan and I had to move right back to Houston and everything stopped. Everybody had to go on a whole nother thing. It was craziness. And so I never got a chance to meet her. And then the last DragCon, she wasn't at the All-Star 7 winners panel. And I was, as you remember, my story, the Dooley and all of us rolled in there, sat up in the front. I'm like, where's my sister Evie? And where's Jada? I haven't met her yet. They're not here. They're still working outside. It's almost 8 o'clock. Do you understand my pain now? Do you understand why I'm having to go to the movies? Hey, Obia, do you understand why I have to go to the movies now in the middle of the day and just find things to do at this point? Because that's not even as close to how loud it was earlier today. For those of you who are on my Instagram, you were hearing the full amount of loud that it was this morning. And, I was like, y'all pray for me here because I'm over here trying not to lose my grip on reality. It's dark in our neck of the woods. Tell them to go home. No, I'm not going to do that because they're working, they're getting paid for their jobs here, but it's just, ooh, girl. Like I be waking up at 7 a.m. on the dot now, and it's not when I'm supposed to be waking up unless I have a doctor's appointment. And the first thing I hear is music being turned at full capacity of these people setting up the workday. And I'm like, there are people still asleep. I already heard someone cussing out somebody this morning about it. Like, what are you doing? Like, we're still in bed. Like, give us at least till 8. You know what I'm saying? Give us at least till 8 before you start bumping some music in the morning. God damn. Anywho, let's get out of that. Let's talk about what it is and where we're at. We're going to start with some Drag Me to Dinner first. Then we're going to go down to the Met Gala. I'm not doing everybody's look. I'm going to be honest with you. I was not really entertained by this Met Gala this season. It's really not to be entertaining. It's more so about the fashions. But I'll be honest with you. Like, some people who I wanted to see weren't there. And that was one of my driving points for wanting to watch what the Met Gala looks were given. I was only, watching and following via Twitter. And I have only 2 looks that I even I wanted to talk about today that I thought were cool because everything else I thought was interesting. I thought some of the men looked really good, like Byron. Was it Byron or Brian? Tyree Henry with his old fine self. Most of the men got it right, except for Jared Leto, who was a taxidermied cat. I still don't. Was that Anne Hathaway? I thought she said she wasn't going. Then everyone said that was Anne Hathaway, and then they were like, "No, that's not. That's what's Mama." Da, 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 da. I'm like, wait, what? Who is this? So, anywho, let me stop. I'm not going to go through everybody today. If I spooked y'all and it gave you a little gotcha moment on the thumbnail, technically no, because those are the pictures I'm going to talk about today. This Beau is Afraid movie. Five words: giant penis in the attic. Whew. I'm going to try to explain one of the strangest movies I've ever seen in my life, a 3-hour film at that starred Joaquin Phoenix having major anxiety through the entire movie. The worst anxiety through the entire movie. And once again, 5 words just to give you a portion of what I witnessed, and I am not making this up. Giant penis in the attic. I kid you not. I wish I was making that up. I wish I was pulling your leg. I wish I was telling you a lie about a movie. Honey. And then to find out that it was a metaphor and it wasn't real, even though it looked like there was some like alien. Oh, I was so angry and frustrated watching this movie. Anywho, we'll talk about it. We'll get there in a second. It had teeth. It was roaring. He killed a man. It was a lot. Like, it was a lot. It was a lot. The whole movie was weird. It if there's one, oh no, because that would give it away. I don't want to give it away in case people really want to go see the movie. At the end of the movie, there is a movie that came out many moons ago that it literally is like, and you're like, holy shit. But after that, I don't know. I think, to me, honestly, I think Joaquin Phoenix may be nominated for this role, but I hated every single second of seeing him. He annoyed me to the next level and to the ever-loving extent of his character. We'll get there in a second. Oh, I hated him the whole movie. He talked like this the whole movie. What should I do? Does that sound right? I don't understand what's going on. The whole 3 hours. Not one change in tone and breath and take. The whole movie for 3 hours. Oh. I was losing it. I was losing it. Oh, Patti LuPone's in the movie though. Well, shh, be quiet. But let's stay in order. Let's stay in order here. Let's stay in order. Patti LuPone was in the movie. That was a shocker. The way she popped up out of nowhere spooked me. 1, 2, her what her role was. 3, I still hate the end of that movie. All right, let's keep going here. Let's start this up. First of all, we've got 40 drag stars from RuPaul's Drag Race, Dragula, as well as local drag scenes, and those that are known locally in New York and in LA and their areas, respectfully, are going to be a part of a new series on Hulu that starts May 31st called Drag Me to Dinner. Now, for those of you who don't know or have never seen a show kind of like this before in the competition style setting, this reminds me a little bit, but not totally, of a UK show I used to watch. I hate that I did that. This show on in the UK I used to watch on YouTube, where people would have dinner parties at their houses, and the people who had the dinner parties would have to rate and judge them. It's not technically just like that, but this just reminds me of that sort of feel of like, okay, we're all about to cook something and then compare our dinners together and and how the setup was done. So I love that show. If you ever get a chance, like, look it up, like dinner parties UK competition setting. I'm trying to think of one episode in particular that was so funny. It was this woman who did this like traditional Indian dish, and this white lady was so rude about it. Come dine with me. Yes, I love it. That show is so good. And she was so nasty to her, and she just did it because everyone liked the girl. And then when we got to her house, we found out the lady couldn't even cook and everything was frozen. and she cocked an attitude about it. It was like, oh, it was fun. Okay. I'm gonna read this directly from Entertainment Weekly's article that was posted on May 1st by Joey Nolfi. Shout out to you. Thank you so much for your work with Entertainment Weekly and covering these queens. Now, it's not proper party until 14 global drag artists are on the guest list. Luckily for viewers, Neil Patrick Harris and Bianca Del Rio have assembled the wildest army of queer legends to I would have said some queer legends to attend their new Hulu competition series. Girl, Miss Mama is on there. And when I get to her, yeah, I'm still not gonna be that nice one. I don't care. She can lick a boot, as far as I'm concerned. It has exclusive first look at the festivities ahead. So basically, Neil Patrick Harris and Bianca are gonna be hosting the show, followed with Hanifa Wood, Murray Hill, and David Burtka across the show. It's like a 10-episode run. And each episode features a fun competition between two pairs of drag performers from all over, basically. It also welcomes one of the final performances of Heclina, who passed away on April 3rd. May she rest in peace. Now, that was one of the reasons why I was really interested in seeing this, because B. Brown, absolutely not. That's no, I shouldn't have. Not even close. No, baby. No. Back to this. When it comes to this show and how they're going to present it, it's going to be fun for us to watch for 10-episode arc. But like, for this to be one of Heclina's last jobs that we'll see her in, is going to be sad to watch. It is going to be a little like, like, because like Heclina is legendary. It's in the drag scene, maybe not to the Drag Race fandom that watched it on TV, but she's legendary. So it is going to be sad to watch her, but of course Heclina was a good time always, and it'll be a good time to watch. Let's go over the people who are going to be on the show. Of course, Bianca Del Rio is judging. Lighting, we got Ginger Minge and Nina West as a duo pair. I feel like this is going to be so kitschy. Shout out to Jacqueline. I see you on my Cash App. Sent you. Thank you so much for the love. Love you too, babe. I appreciate you. Matt, oh my goodness, we have the same name. So that means that you're automatically awesome. Piece of cake drag fun. I appreciate it. I cut you a slice. See how that works? Miss Puss Puss wouldn't be good. That would never be good. That's so easy. It's so lazy. Miss Puss Puss, that's lazy. I would never. Piece of cake is a play on words. It also sounds like pizza, and I'm hungry. See how that works? Some people consider pizza a cake. Can you believe it? And I have a fat ass, so it's going to be cake. Back to what this is. I think these two are going to be hilarious the whole way through. I have high hopes for the Minge and for the West. I have high hopes. High hopes. Crash. Thank you for the tippy poo on Cash App. Catch these Rosalina hands. I'll do it again. First of all, you picked C. Diggy's character, so that was already like a moment, because normally Chris plays as Rosalina. I always play Peach. I don't play anybody else. That's not optional. It's not optional. It's not optional. I won't play the game. Don't start a game of Mario Party with me and someone pick Peach. The way I will exit out that bitch so fast and restart a game without that person, please. That's my character. She belongs to me. But you can catch these hands again, because we won't play the space stage next time. I'm gonna use another stage and get your ass, Crash. But it's so funny because Crash was frustrated at the beginning of the game, y'all, and I was like, it's gonna be okay. The game is gonna change any minute. And Crash, as soon as I said that, what happened? A star was then given to you. You hit the block right then and there. I told you. Okay. Shout out to Emrica. Thank you, love, for being here. As you know, Emrica does all of our timestamps for this channel, so please give them some love. It's always going to be in the comment section. If you're ever like, this is a long ass video, go to the comment section. The pinned comment will be Emrica's, and it'll be all the timestamps, so you can get to the stuff that you want to talk about or listen to. Yeah. All right, let's get on. We have some more people here. Now look at this. I feel like Kasha Davis is in a ha pose right now, and Darian just made fun of somebody. No, Darian Lake and Kasha Davis look so good here. Look at come on, Darian, waistline. Darian waist. Okay, not even Lake no more. Darian waist snatch. There's always time for a cocktail. Listen, I love it. I think that these two are going to be a good pair together. Can you imagine if it's Darian Lake and Kasha Davis versus Ginger Minge and Nina West? Please, I hope that's an episode. Can I just make let's pretend that that's an episode? Can you imagine they put them on the same episode? That would be funny. Good time. Love these two so much. Glad to see them on television. Think about this, y'all. Darian Lake and Miss Kasha Davis are going to be on television more than once this year, okay, on 2 different reality programs, competition style. Same with Heidi in Closet. Think about this. Darian Lake, Heidi in Closet, and Mrs. Kasha Davis, all on All Stars 9. And at 8. Ooh, I'm jumping. I heard some stuff about 9. Uh-oh. All on All Stars 8. That's kind of dope. I love the cross platforms. Listen. Current winner of All Star 7, Jinx Monsoon. Yeah. And Ben de la Creme, everyone's favorite saint of drag, who gave her life so that Trixie could win. Ooh. Oh my God, that is a true statement. Oh. Well, no, I can't say that. It's not a true statement. Why are y'all blowing? It's 8 o'clock. 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 Do you hear it now? You don't even hear it? Are you joking me? Are you joking? It's so loud. God. How do you not hear that? I think you fucking with me, piece of material. Y'all. The way I want to walk outside right now, and with my laptop, the way I want to walk outside right now, it'd be like, hey. Very the way the way I want to go out there and put on my big man voice. Oh, wait. I want to go outside and cut up. So what they're doing is he's blowing all of the debris from what happened. They were doing the roofing upstairs. So when they were taking out some of the old roofing, some of it got broken up and started falling everywhere, all over the place, into my patio, into the woods, all that kind of stuff. So what you heard is them trying to blow away any screws that could have fallen, any sort of anything like that. They're just trying to blow into the street, and they're probably sweeping it up to take out or whatever. So that, and they painted the doors, and I can only assume that that's somebody going by to be let's make this better. It's you're just gonna blow a bunch of shit on the sticky door. Okay, back to the video, back to the episode. In Maddie's world, now you know what's going on. I told you. I told you. Oh. Ooh, who else saw that Reddit thread that isn't true? We'll talk about that too today. Now, look at the family that slays together. Let's talk about Vanessa Vanjie Mateo giving every bit of face, and Alexis Mateo as a group. This is going to be fun. This will be fun. I'm gonna be excited to see these two together. Glad to see them back on my television screens. Also, we have there is so much happening in this photo that there's not a lot. There's so much happening in this photo. You need to understand this Raja and Detox as a group together. There's so much happening here. I feel like they're both faded as hell for this shot. I love them so much. I love both of them. I'm very excited for these two. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? This is gonna be a key. Raja looks everything, and I love that she has this eye drawer. She carries this with her. I live. It's not always on her, but every time she wears it, it reminds me of season 3. This mug is everything. Detox looks really good here, but this hair is giving. It's giving. It's giving. It's giving. It's life. I hope Raja's at DragCon this year. Last year, I didn't get a chance to see her. I saw her at the All-Star 7 Winners panel, but I was so nervous every time I passed by her booth. This time, I will get rid of my anxiety and I will go say hi and buy something because I love her a lot. I've loved her since season 3. Anywho, I've been by Detox booth before. I caught her one time. I caught Detox right when she was leaving, and the second time I saw her at Long Beach Hamburger Mary's, and she performed, and I was like, "Dee!" She's so sweet too. Listen, honey, look at these two Black women up here giving us everything and then some, honey. Let me tell you something. BB Zahara Benet if you only knew your shadow was sitting right next to you, girl. Look at these two. Almost said something real fucked up. Tell you this right now. I bet you, hey, if you want to know what Trinity's profile picture was on Reddit, it was BB's face. Oh! Oh, this is Michelle's favorite thing to point out. White salt and black pepper over here about to have it up. Let me tell you something. Listen. Let me find out that BB Zahara Benet cosplays as a Ku Klux Klan member in the evening times. I'm kidding. This is all. Whoa. I really don't want to go outside and cuss this man out, but he's getting real. We're getting right there. It's 8:18. Okay, let's keep on going here. Hopefully y'all can hear me and shit. I'm sorry about all this noise in the background here. These people were supposed to be done at 7 today, and it's clearly 8 something at night. It's clearly 8 something at night. I might have to mute this computer real quick and cuss somebody out. Hold on. Because we got a problem. Let's see here. Oh, excuse me, actually. Thank you for your patience. He's almost done. And I'm mad because I can see my neighbor sitting in his car. So you're about to hear some creaks upon the steps if you possibly will hear it. So he's almost done. We're fine. I just needed to speak real quick. That's all. I needed to have a moment. I just want to have a talk. I didn't have to cuss nobody out. I was like, hey, I'm working right now. I had to wait for this. Oh no, we're almost finished. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be rude. It's really late. He says, yeah, we were supposed to finish like 2 hours ago. I feel you. All right. I was like, all right. All right, let's move on. God, I hate noises. I hate just unnecessary noises, man. See, yeah, he's done. Okay. All right. He was cool. I just was like, I'm not trying to be an ass. I just need to ask you because it's late now. It's damn near 9:00 in the evening. Like, and y'all are still doing work. And he's like, yeah, it's just a long day. They're trying to finish it because apparently it's supposed to rain tomorrow and Friday. That makes sense. Oh no. We were good. I just had to be like, hey, real quick, like, hey. Like, I don't want to be like that girl, but fuck. That black woman in Lovecraft. Thank you for the super chat piece to Mateo. Terrible. Listen. I can't wait for the next season of Half and Half. I'm kidding. Trinity the Tuck and Vivi Zahar Benet as a group. This ought to be interesting. This ought to be interesting. I can't wait. I can't wait. Listen, I can't be a. I don't have enough money to be a Karen. But can you imagine, Simone? Can you imagine? I'm assuming it has to be like a child who started that thread. It has to be. It somehow like drew in everybody else that doesn't have any brain cells. Like, good God. Okay, now Gigi is so puss. Gigi is so puss. Gigi is puss, honey. Like, I see it. I see it. Simone, what my favorite part about this outfit is that Leah wore this outfit for her confessionals for the Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip, and you were eating her alive. Literally, Leah wore this for a confessional look. You are eating her alive, Miss Thing. Like, I live. They're giving supermodel tease. It's very that. Yeah, this is good. This is good. I can't wait to see what they give. Love these two so much. Mayhem Miller and Morgan McMichaels. Look at Mickey's and high key the Abbey on Wednesdays. Look at West Hollywood showing up today. Excited, looking like a blue Ice Spice. Put Ice Spice into the oven a little bit longer. This is what you're gonna get, huh? And then look at Morgan McMichaels touching the help. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. These two have known each other forever, so we're gonna get a lot of good commentary. We're gonna get a lot of good fun. You know, none of these people will have been eliminated first this year. It'll be next year. Oh, let's keep on moving. I didn't. What? Who? Wait, huh? Wait, what? Whoa, what? Whoa, huh? Huh? I don't know what you're talking about. What? Who said that? I didn't say a goddamn thing. I don't. That was rude. Whoever said that can. Lisa. Listen. Okay. All right. Latrilla is back. Oh God. Oh, Manila, if your lines weren't so expensive, I would stand in them, girl. I'd stand in them. Expensive. Latrice, I owe you every time I have tried to go see Latrice at DragCon. That line has been so fucking long. It's been so long. It's like, and I never get a chance to go. And then every time that I finally get there, sorry, Latrice is gone. She'll be back. If she's there this year, I am making my effort to be at her booth. Damn it. I have watched too many seasons of the show. I literally sat there in the line of fire during All Stars 4 for Latrice. The girls were saying that I was lying and bullshitting because I'm a fan of Latrice over that lip sync against Mo. I'm like, I like Mo and Latrice. Don't do me like that. I'm excited. I am. Excited to see these two together. They're good. They're a good team. They're a good duo. Who would have thought that these two would have been together from that All Stars 1 and it still hold together as long as it has? They've been great friends. They have a good podcast. I enjoy these two as a duo, and I love them separately by themselves too. So I love it. I love it. Happy. Kim Chi and Naomi Smalls. Naomi Smalls, you look gorgeous here. Okay, first of all, hi, hello. This is perfect. Great pair. Of course. Also, Naomi is one of the nicest people I've ever met from the franchise and just in general as a person. She's awesome and wonderful. And I will cuss anybody out for Naomi Smalls. I will. That I will do. When she can spot me at Drag Race Live as I'm sitting in the front doing this, and she's like, oh, and I was like, yeah, that's my bitch. Some other girls that spot me too, but it was like, oh, that's my girl. Love you, Nate. Love you down. Love you down. Kimchi, I'm excited. I'm actually going to be buying some kimchi makeup while I'm at DragCon this year because I saw the palettes last year and I was like, I wonder. And so now I'm like, ooh, I'm going to have to get some of her makeup so I can support. Also, did anyone else notice that Kimchi actually still like comments on some of Chi-Chi's posts from Instagram? Someone had found one of these, I guess they were going through some posts from Chi-Chi and they saw Kimchi, like even after may Chi-Chi rest in peace, passed away, she was still commenting like, I still miss you, sister. I finally got to try a turkey leg today. It was so good. Like, it's like conversations that they've had that they didn't get to finish. You know what I mean? And I saw the other day and I was like, I hope this isn't a made up edited piece of something here. Cause it was like, oh, the turkey did it, bitch. I was like, when I tell you I wanted to give Kimchi a hug right there, I was like, oh. Or was it turkey neck? I think it was turkey necks. Yeah, there we go. Turkey necks. Yeah. I miss Chi-Chi. Chi-Chi was a supporter of my channel, and we talked a couple of times. We shared a birthday. We both are born on September 24th. I think I'm like a year or two older than her. And we were many times we were supposed to meet. I never got a chance to, and I regret it, and I'm sad I didn't get a chance to meet her. We did get a chance to talk online and stuff, of course, and all that jazz, and she followed the channel and stuff like that, So like, I don't know. I still miss Chi-Chi. Let's focus on the focus and what we're talking about here, and not on people trying to derail us from what we are having a conversation about today. You can deuce on that. Do me a favor, hit that like button, share, and subscribe. Become part of this Rant Back family. I appreciate y'all so much for being here today. Just know I'm trying to drive down a street here, and I can't take you out into the field. I can't drive you into another city or another neighborhood. Let's just stay on the road that we're on right now. So I appreciate everybody for entertaining the conversation and keeping it there. Also engaging as well. Thank you for the live chat. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for the tippy poos. I love y'all down. Let's respect each other in these spaces. Let's keep on going here today, okay? Alaska and Willem will also be on the show. One of these people hates me. It's not Alaska. I am excited to see what these two bring. I wonder who they're going to be paired against. I think that's what's going to be the big part of this show is while you have a duo that already works really well together, who are you going to pair them with is the question. Who are you going to place them next to? Who is it going to be there? Oh, girl, I brought up that blackface stuff. I got unfollowed right after that video. I thought that was interesting. I was like, I wasn't even talking about it in a sense to where it was like, can you believe and da-da-da-da. But I did mention that in the past, Willem does and has used specifically Black men as a sexual device in her comedy about black dick this, black dick that, black man this, black girl that, boo. And also there was a moment for blackface. So I mentioned it. I didn't say I was holding it against her because I spoke on it like she may have apologized before in the past. Immediately unfollowed me after that. I was like, okay. And then last year at DragCon, and I'm saying this now, you looked me dead in my face with everybody that I was with, ignored me dead in my face. I thought it was bold and it was beautiful because we're at DragCon, so I can't touch you. And I was like, oh, okay, that was smart to do. And then proceeded to walk through me. I was like, wow. So yeah. And before it turns into that never happened, see, Diggy was next to me, Dooley was next to me. David was next to me, my photographer. All of us were right there like, oh. It's like, oh, okay, cool. I also know they're friends with the person who used to be on this channel as much. So also could have been conversations, lies that were said, this, that, and the other. Either way, I've been a supporter of that queen before, like during the whole season 4 mess, before social media got crazy. So personally, I don't have anything against them. People were asking questions about folks in the past that have done it. I made a statement about it and brought up a good point that yes, their comedy did include that. Do they do it now? No, they don't. And people do change. And she's one of those folks. So, but yeah, Yeah, she was following me and then unfollowed. I was just like, oh, okay. So again, Alaska was very sweet to me. Very nice, very cool. Um, Honestly, great. Remember I told y'all I met her in and out of drag. I got to do like a dinner party before at Bitch Puddin's house for like I think it was Christmas or Thanksgiving. And Alaska came there and she was good. She's fun. She's good energy. Good energy. And by all means, let's say I ever talk to Willem or whatever, if I'm even worthy of her time, because she probably doesn't consider me black enough to speak to her or possibly, popular enough to speak to her. If I ever did say something, we'd have that conversation just like I would with Nina Benina Brown. I am not above or below enough to not have a conversation about things that I have said in my past or present that may have hurt someone's feelings or made them feel some kind of way. I actually can engage in those conversations. I'm not a scary bitch like that. Just to be very clear. I don't have to be like, "Oh no, I can have that conversation. You can tell me I was wrong. I can take my L's, but I can also tell you where I was coming from, and I can also speak on from why it affected me and why we had that conversation in place." So there you go. I haven't talked about that at all. The only people who really know about that is everybody that was there that day. But yeah, I was that hurt because I was a fan of hers. And then she did that, and I was like, wow, okay. Everyone else got a high but me. It's like, ooh. I was like, oh, okay. All right. Sherry Vine and Jackie Beef. You and Nina had beef. We didn't have real beef. It wasn't anything. She made fun of me and Jamar in a video after we supported her throughout her entire season. And she said I was cockeyed and basically called me white. And Jamar was ugly and all that kind of shit. And people who were in her chat, it was all on Instagram Live. I walked in and saw it because someone tagged me. And I walked in on the live and she was looking at one of our videos and she was just making fun of us and laughing at what people were saying about us in the audience. I hate him. I fucking can't stand Matty. He's so fake. I hate the way his voice sounds. He sounds like such a FA, da 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 da. And Nina was like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Da, da, da. Like I literally walked in on that. They tagged me in the chat to, you need to come in here and hear what she's saying about you. No apology, nothing said, nothing nice, nothing like, girl, I was just playing, none of it. So yeah, so if you're, in case you're wondering, there you go. Do you want the Ariel Versace story too, or what? Since everyone wants to know tea today, because she sat there and was blank face to Jamar, who was a fan of hers, talking about, don't bring him back over here, girl. We didn't even want to talk to you, okay? I didn't want to talk to you. I did that because my friend went to see you, and your manager at the time was trying to get me to come over there because you apparently had nobody at your goddamn booth. Please don't do this today. Please don't do this today, Miss Thing. I still have the photos in my phone of your face and how jacked you looked when me and Jamar were sitting next to you. I still got them, all 15, all of them. And when my friend finds out after he's a fan of yours before you even were on Drag Race, the faces you were making and all this, and the shit you said afterward, girl, please. I can start tagging some people and be like that if I want to, but I'm not going to do all that today because I like everybody, the majority of everybody on the show. A lot of people have heard what I've had to say and they've been like, Matt, I know you just playing. It's again, entertainment wise, you're not being serious because you show up to the bar and you tip the girls. You actually come to our events and try to actually be a patron and support. Sure do. Sure fucking do. So, and I still, even when someone goes, I didn't take it seriously, I still apologize. I'm sorry if I said anything that was out of line. I get it. Sometimes comedy doesn't translate for everyone the same way, and we can take things personally. I never come from a malicious place. I can make it very nasty and malicious if you want to. We can go there. We can do all that today. But like, what I'll tell you one of the things here. Who did I meet who people may think Taste, for example, one of the dopest, coolest people I've ever met in my entire life. one of the realest bitches I have ever met. Nothing but sweet, cool as hell. Like, I'm talking about spotted me in the crowd. Matty, get over here. I can't do her voice, but like, one of the nicest people I've met. I could talk about somebody from Drag Race Holland who's an asshole, but I won't do it today because a lot of y'all like her. She didn't think I caught her doing what she was doing, but when my friend who was literally sitting next to me, why is she mean mugging you? I almost bumped her in the face. I don't. I could talk all. I've been very kind these past year and a half. I've been very, very, very nice. Very nice. I've been very much allowing people to think that they've gotten away with throwing a little sideline shade and all that kind of stuff. All right. And what's crazy is it'll be people that I supported on the show that I was like rooting for and doing. Oh. Jackie Beat's amazing, and so is Sherry Vine. I did meet Sherry Vine one time. I saw her perform before. She's good. She's good people. I like her. Jackie Beat is amazing too. I'm a big fan of their work. Meatball and bitch pudding. I like live for Meatball, but like I get emotional just looking at bitch pudding because when I see her in LA, I am gonna cry a little bit and like thank her and like give her the biggest hug because bitch pudding is responsible for my first booking and for my first try at this, my first performance ever in Geesh. Not as a performer like when I was backup dancing. I already done that before. South by Southwest, look me up, but like as far as Piece of Cake is concerned, yeah, like bitch is the one who's going to be a part of my legacy is my first to give me this and to help me out with that. And bitch has always been so kind to me from like just the Dragula days of reviewing the show. And anytime I've gone to Precinct and showing love, like honestly, I love her so much. Like I love her so much. And Meatball is a hoot. She's a hilarious queen. I think she's so talented. And that's somebody who I think deserves more time and more shine than even what they've gotten so far. But honestly, that talent is there. And they're also a part of that drag that's not fully cookie cutter into the, aesthetic pleasingness of whatever, main America wants to think it is. Like everything needs to be feminine. No, it's gender fucked, it's drag, it's hairy, it's still beautiful, it's loud, it's crazy, it's amazing. So I love these two together as a pair. And bitch pudding, I love you forever, sister. So shout out to you. I'll see you soon. And I get to go, oh my gosh. Okay, you're probably like, who are these people? Well, I know one of them, but I don't know the other, but they are related. And this is also, I believe, New York drag royalty, if we really want to go there. To be honest, I'm shocked that Marty hasn't been on Drag Race yet. And it's not to say that's like, oh, well, they should be. It's just, no, Marty's fucking talented. So I'm kind of surprised Marty has not been on Drag Race yet. This is somebody who I would have expected seasons ago. You know what I'm saying? But Peaches Iman Cummings and Marty Gould Cummings here, are also going to be a pair. Be prepared for hilariousness. Be prepared for laughs. Be prepared for smart humor. Be prepared. Be prepared. Yeah, I know Marty. I don't know Peaches. I'm excited to know Peaches. I am. I'm excited. It's always good to see Jasmine Rice LeBay. Listen, it's always good to see Jasmine Rice LeBasia. Isn't it? Look at Jasmine. Girl, you supposed to be on one of them seasons. I know. Yes. Go ahead, Jasmine. Jasmine looks good. Hey, Ray and Latre. All right, moving on. Oh God, why am I doing radio like that? Probably because of my friend that she messed over. I'm gonna be quiet. First of all, I'm gagged that Kiki Ball Change is going to be on this show. First of all, this is kind of a geek. Like I was like, wait. I was like, wait, why do I know her? I know her from Twitter. Oh no, it's just some stuff that was happening during COVID that was kind of like, what? That was happening and other things, but that's none. I'm not here to tell you my entire tea. As a matter of fact, I kind of regret even speaking earlier on this if that's what we're here for. As I'm not a drama channel, I'm just telling you some of my truths of things that I've dealt with. So if we're just expecting me to drag everybody, this is not what this is. I kind of regret even saying anything in the first place. I'm just being real with you, but I wanted to get it off my chest because I've been holding all that shit in. Um, but yeah, like, can we not make fun of some of these people the way we're making fun of them? I'm seeing some comments that are a little low-key racist of like saying this looks like this and looks like this. And I'm like, huh? I'm not deleting the live. I gotta get paid, sister. Hey Rcast, how you doing? I know, but my Libra is kicking in. My Libra is kicking in, and I'm also like, let's not make this about everybody's getting dragged because we're not. There are certain folks that I have really rubbed me the wrong way. And I've been trying to be nice about it, and I just can't. So Kiki Ball Change, another person who I'd like to see on Drag Race, go to their Twitter. They're amazing. And Thorgy Thor, which Thorgy Thor is a legend. Thorgy Thor is also one of the only people who have responded to me intelligently enough to make me go, I'm never going to say something stupid to her in life. I like Thorgy. I asked her a question and I said it incorrectly. It was grammatically wrong. And when she responded with the correct way of saying it, when I tell you it pulled me in and I was like, oh. She's like, no, I wasn't. I'm like, I know, but like, thank you at the same time. Cause yeah. It was just so funny because she like caught it and she reiterated it without being rude, but to be like, what you meant to. And I was like, yes, that's what I meant to say. That's what I meant to say. Oh, I think she's amazing. But yeah, I was thrown off by that. I was like, Jesus, okay. Yeah, Dawn, I'm already preparing myself for probably because there are people who watch this now who are in here who fucking hate me, bro, and are just gonna go back and run with that information, tag this person. Oh, Maddie was talking about like I said, they can look me up. We can talk to me about it if they want to. If they want to do subs, that's cool. But all the things that happened to me happened to my face. They didn't happen to me behind my back. They were directly to me. So if they felt comfortable enough to do that to me, then I should feel comfortable enough to speak my situation and say how that was fucked up and like, what are we doing here? You know what I mean? So I try to stay out of that kind of stuff because this unfortunate social media planet feeds into that shit and like to just have fun and be light and do whatever. But like at the same time, I ain't no punk and ain't no bitch. I will fuck some shit up if I want to, if I need to, and I have. And if you really get down to it, look that up. Okay. And I don't want to be that person. I hate doing that kind of shit. So that's why I always avoid getting in mess like that. Cause I know me. I know how I respond, and it's with some heavy hands, okay? And I don't like to do all that. So it's like, let me just bounce out. Let me let you be, because y'all don't know how to do all this back and forth. You think you can say what you want and not get touched. We don't do all that. I'm from Houston. Just like Mistress, I'll say it to you 20 times. But my hands are also rated H-Town. And this mouth. Okay, so that's why I don't engage like that. Like I may say some shit, like a little sly, whatever, but other than that, someone's like, Matt, I didn't like that. Tell me, Deja told me. Well, there was something that was said that wasn't true. Oh, let me tell me about it. She explained it. Oh, I had no idea. I'm sorry about that, girl. It's cool. I know you didn't know, but just so you know. Like, that's how that shit goes down. That is the reason why. Because I know what I can do. Do you? Like, I know what I can do. Do you? Listen. Shout out to Heclina. For those of you who don't know, that's Heclina right there. May she rest in peace. With also legendary queen Peaches Christ. Peaches Christ writes some of the greatest plays ever. Honestly, if you've never seen a Peaches Christ production, like, you need to find a way to anytime that she's traveling in your city, all that kind of stuff. Like, for real, for real. Like, honestly. But this is going to be a good pairing. We will all be trying not to cry during the episode and just laugh with Peach. Laugh with like Heclina and all that kind of stuff. Like, all of that. You know what I mean? And Dawn, I'd be down to talk to Nina, but I can't just sweep that and not speak my piece to her on why that pissed me off so much when I have been on the phone FaceTimed with her. She was in Houston. I was supposed to go to lunch with her, and my car, my fucking tire got flat and I couldn't get a spare. And I tried to get one and I couldn't get one in time, and she had to catch a flight. We were supposed to do lunch together, and Jamar ended up doing it just with her. So again, I'm always there. I'm always open, but I'm not no punk. You ain't gonna just talk to me any kind of way. I ain't gonna be no bitch. So 10 siblings, sister. As much as my dad is crazy, I ain't no not today. We've got Salmonella and Chelsea Piers. Well, Salmonella and Chelsea Piers. Oh my God, Salmonella, that name is everything. I also hate that it's Selma. There is so much context to that. Selma, Alabama. Selma from like The Simpsons. Salmonella. That's funny. See, that's why I like Peas and Cake, because it's a punny name, and Selma. See how that works with Salmonella? Like, that's perfect. Our cast. You should look up some of their other roasts too that they've done. I think they did one for Sherry Vine. I don't know if they were there for that one. There's a couple of other ones too. You should watch some Peaches Christ stuff. Like, they're good. They've also been on Dragula for mini challenges, and I think also judging, or was it just mini challenges? Which one is which from the picture alone? Okay, you already know. This should be entertaining. Ah! Okay. How much do you want to bet she's wearing a flat? How much do you want to bet that she's wearing a flat? If they lose, it's because of Tom, you get 20 points today for your house. You get 20 points today for your house. Y'all win the cup. What I tell? Can you imagine? Can you imagine if they lose and she blames a woman? Whoa, sister! It has to be a white woman. Whoa! Listen. Let's talk about the baby who's next to her, because she doesn't know what she got herself into. Pixie Adventura is sitting next to Mary Cherry. Okay, y'all know how I feel about the one. I don't know the other one, but you go watch my Dragula reviews. You know how me and Dooley feel. A lot of arguments that were made on behalf of who? Like, come on. Listen, I don't know. It's not Dragula. I look at Bitch and Meatball and know immediately franchise. I'm going to be excited to see Pixie Adventure. There we go. I'm going to be here for Pixie Adventure. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Whew, on to something better looking here. Let's talk about some of the Met Gala looks, which in reality, I'm going to talk about 2 of them. Please don't send hate to anybody who I just mentioned. No matter what story I told you and what opinion I have of a person, I ask you once again, please do not send any hate to anybody that I mentioned. Do not send people questions and ask them commentary and all that kind of crap. Like, for real, though. Seriously. Okay? Cool. Cool. This is my favorite outfit for so many reasons. Why? Because she's low-key giving, Artemis tease if I really just want to go there. I love the prosthetic. I think this is everything, and I just love the dress that goes. I think this is puss. This was so. I want it. I want it now. I want this look right now. I want the dress. I want the face prosthetic. I want the headpiece. I want it. I want it now. I want this so bad. Like, y'all don't even know. I saw her come out in this. I was like, ah. Ah! I just like that it's not overly overwhelming in the bodice area, and it lets the flow of the dress be the drama itself, and it's just so simple. I loved this look. Okay. I love this look. Now, I need you to understand that Rihanna has shades on that have lashes on top of the shades. Nightel Pink Stephen Super Chat. She looks like a glamorous cat person in Stephen King Sleepwalkers. You better bring it back. Nightel, that's one of my favorite Stephen King movies. Yes, that's an old one too. Look at you. I'm sorry. I just the flashes and the glasses were for me everything. I was like, oh my god. Like that's just that was just puss for me. I preferred it without the flower top over the dress itself for me personally. But I think that Rihanna coming in last did make the grand effect. Now, because it's being mentioned in the chat and I was going to mention it soon enough, Karl Lagerfeld was the theme for the Met Gala, and a lot of people had problems with it, and a lot of people didn't show up for the Met Gala because of that person being the theme. Karl Lagerfeld has been a fashion icon and made some very, incredible looks that are timeless pieces for sure. However, the history of said Karl Lagerfeld, see, this is why people stop ignoring me at DragCon, because I mentioned things that happened actually in, look at that, see, I just mentioned things that are real. He's been accused of being misogynist, racist. Do we need to go down the rest of the line? Like it's a lot. He's accused of a lot of things, mistreating his people that work for him, the full bit of him. Like he's had a lot of stuff that's like, oh wow, blackface and some sort of thing. Yeah, like it's a lot. So Carl's had a very rich history of phobic things to do, So a lot of people felt that it was not a good idea to have him as a theme. And while a lot of people were saying it's for charity, it's to keep like isn't the charity to keep clothes that are considered historical artifacts from being lost and still being held into, kept into quite good condition. That's the charity. Historical artifacts like clothing, timeless pieces. I was like, okay, that's a charity. Yeah. Oh, the fat phobic thing with Adele. Yeah. A mess. A mess. Oh, yeah. He was even against same-sex marriage. Yep. 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 Do you think that's why people wore pink to voice they were against him, since he didn't like pink, people wearing pink? Maybe. I don't know. He was a bitter man. A bitter. Yeah. Well, you know. I thought the man was gay. I just assumed from how he dressed that he enjoyed giving hand jobs, and that's why he had gloves. Because of all the sores on his wrist and in his inner palm, the syphilis is eating him away. I just assumed he was a whole sissy. Like, really? I think he was on his Beverly Leslie. Like, what else? But why? Like you're wearing gloves for why? Like, do you want to show us that your hands look foolish? Like, let us know you don't moisturize. Tell us, girl. Tell us. I just assumed that man was a hand job queen. That's all. That's what. Wearing gloves every day. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. I don't know. Oh shit! I have to watch. Oh shit! I still have to watch the challenge, the world challenge today. I haven't watched it. Oh man, I'm. These people have been doing so much, y'all. Let me tell you something. He was gay. Are we? Do we know that? He looks like old paper. That's weird. Uh, the noise from them working outside was it became a white noise at one point in time, to where I fell asleep in my bed. Like, I was just tired because my sleep schedule was all fucked up. But like, hearing the construction at one point ended up like putting me to sleep. I was shocked. I was like, oh, I got a nap in. I got a nap in. It just, I don't know, my mind and body just were like, Jesus, like, wait, Jay McCullough wasn't there. I don't want to put this up because of how YouTube treats me. The love of his life died of AIDS in the 80s, and he had beef with Yves Saint Laurent because they had slept with the same man. Why does that feel like we saw that in some show that Ryan Murphy produced? Feels like a plot for Ryan Murphy's, another series that only a particular audience is going to watch. The View said he was gay and they were gospel. I still can't get into the challenge because of Tori and Devin. Their attitudes really bother me. I don't like Danny this season. I fucking hate him this season, to be honest with you. He's been pissing me off. Like, this whole, we're not going to go with the veterans game plan. And you would be going so much further if you weren't trying to. This world championship one is, once they got rid of Justine, I was over it. I was like, oh my God, I don't want to watch this no more. Who am I rooting for? I don't even know who I'm rooting for on the season right now. I don't think I am rooting for anybody. I'm just watching at this point. Like, God, I'm glad I didn't do reactions to this, because I'd have been cussing out the screen. Danny, like pissing me off, Samo. Pissing me off. The way he talks to Tori is weird. Tori also is a big goob herself. Like, she is the biggest dumb in the game of all the games. Like, you're very physically good at what you do, but let's like honey. Your game plan is all based off of emotion. Trash. He explains on Twitter why he says what he says, Maddie. Who does? Who are we talking about? Are we still talking about Danny, or We're talking about something else. And if you would be so helpful as to tell me in a vague sense of why he explained himself, then I'd love to know. I still don't like him. Doesn't help that. Like, I get it that Tori's playing the veteran game. I totally get it. And I do not like her as a person in terms of those things. And she is always quick to run to a particular kind of guy. Nidra, you mentioned it. Yeah. But like, oh, there we go. There we go. Kiki and Darrell. That's who I like. That's who I like. I like Kiki and Darrell. Darrell for obvious reasons. And Kiki, I didn't realize how much I liked her or was going to like her. I thought to myself, damn, Kiki is going to be, what am I saying? Kiki is going to be, I thought she was going to be annoying by her face. I was like, oh, Lord, she's giving me vapid, this, that, and the other. And the moment she starts speaking, the moment she starts talking, the moment she starts discussing gameplay, I'm like, oh my God, I love Kiki. Apparently, Tori didn't know she had a disability, so she was like, whatever. But apparently they had talked about it, so it was like, So, Crystal, I'm gonna knock this down for you, okay? Because I hear you, but I don't care. Tori pisses me off so much. He was just frustrated because she keeps risking their game for Jordan Casey since Casey gave her money for season 37. Play a long game, Crystal. I hear you, Crystal. Like, fuck Tori. I'm with you on that one, but play the long game. You have got to be friends first. They don't tell you that with the challenge, but you do need to be friends with these people. That is going to come into play with playing with someone emotionally in a game like the challenge. You have to get in their brains and in their blood system. I promise you. You're going to be disappointed, Maddie. Sorry. About what? About what? Did they get eliminated? Is that your way of telling me they got eliminated? Did you just tell me they got eliminated? Girl, okay, so basically she just ruined it for me. All right, great. I guess I don't need to watch this episode then. Thank you, Nicole. Let's move on. I shouldn't have talked about the episode. That I blame myself for that one. Yeah, that was my bad. I shouldn't have engaged in that conversation. God damn it. Oh well, I guess I'll have to find something else to do tonight. Yeah, I won't be gaming tonight either. Yeah, no. At first I was gonna do that with Jamar. I'm tired, honestly, and I don't want to carry that energy into this video that I do later. So let's do Beau is Afraid. No, you're fine, Crystal. We were just engaging in the conversation, and someone mentioned Daryl and Kiki, and then Nicole wanted to ruin it for me. So I'm like, all right. Like, what? Why would I hear about who got eliminated and go, let me go watch the episode? Oh my God. Okay. It's like, I don't know if Nicole was doing that because she's like one of the Reddit people, or if she just was like just talking. And I don't want to be rude, so please don't attack Nicole, but like, I'm debating if I need to go. Okay, let's keep it going here. Let's talk about this movie. Beau is Afraid. Yeah, let's talk about this movie, Beau is Afraid. That really sucked. I wanted to watch the episode. I really did. I hope so too, Jay McCullough, because I'm like, I really wanted to watch that. And now it's like no purpose. Okay, so how do I describe this movie to y'all? And I feel like because I'm doing what I'm doing, it's going to be held against me, and everybody's going to say I have a bad attitude. So I'm like really trying not to cry right now. So give me a second, y'all. Woo! Beau is Afraid is a lot. It's a movie about a person who is dealing with it's a movie that about a person who is dealing with major anxiety over visiting his mother. So much so that it's crippled him into a state of not being able to leave where he is at or to have conversations that do with healing. The story starts out with this man discussing about going to go see his mother for the anniversary of, I believe, their father's passing away. Okay. And so he's on his way to go see his mom, who is apparently this multi-millionaire, billion-dollar mogul woman, right? He ends up having his keys stolen and is unable to like lock his own door to leave the house. And his mother doesn't seem to believe him. And he's consistently asking her what he should do. He gets this medication from a therapist who he's told he's got to take it with water. All these things start to spiral out of control. He ends up locked out of his apartment. It's destroyed. He finds himself on this journey to go see his mom and runs into these band of people and these different characters who all seem to either almost harm him or try to save him in a way. And so many things are, oh, how do I describe this movie to y'all? Generational trauma is the theme. Yep. Generational trauma is the theme. It's an Ari Aster movie, so everything is metaphorical. Nothing is going to be explained directly to you. It is very much a lot. Justice, I can never hear "Always Be My Baby." I can never hear that song and think of it the same again. This movie has ruined that song for me. Oh, God. Spoiler. Here comes the spoiler. I'm just going to tell you this now. Spoiler alert. Because there's no way of me explaining this movie without like giving you an idea of what's going on. But look at me giving you a spoiler alert without spoiling it, right? How do I describe this to y'all? I'm trying to figure out a way to describe this movie. You'll never know if what's happening is real. Yep. Okay, that's one. You'll never know if what's happening is real. You will not understand the movie for the majority of it until you get maybe to Act 3. Patty LuPone plays his mother. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna start it now. Okay. Who saw The Truman Show? Who has seen that movie? Who's seen The Truman Show? Like, let me know if you've seen that movie, okay? Let me see. Let me know if you've seen it. Okay. That's it. That's all I have to do. That's it. That's your spoiler. You're welcome. That's it. And Crash, when I tell you, it's not like you'll know, like, you know how The Truman Show, like, you knew what was going on. Oh, God. Okay, so here it is. Apparently, this movie was so crazy. Like, I hated it because of how it fucked with my mind and it made me have to think deeply about things I didn't have to. I think that's the most I'll give outside the giant penis and the attic situationship. You don't know what's happening is real. You don't know if it's a hallucination. You don't know if it's something that they genuinely just made up because of his own reality. But then it's like, it is his reality. But is it his reality? Like, it really it's gonna throw you away. Man, I say don't see this in the theater, see it on digital. It's so weird. Oh God, it's so weird. Like, you find out like there's a giant penis in an attic. And apparently it's like a locked memory that he kept on like discussing about his father and his mother, like saying he took away from his father. And the mother's like, no, your father's been here the whole time. He's in the attic. And you find out that this man has a twin that literally has been locked in a base in an attic. Like being fed like some weird person. And you turn to the right and there's a giant penis with fucking, it looked like it was from Aqua Teen Hunger Force. I will not get over that scene that had teeth on the bottom of its scrotum sac and it had a mouth and was like, boo. I will not get over that. I won't get over that scene. I watched the balls get stabbed. They stabbed the scrotum sac. I kid you not. The weirdest scene I've ever. And when they stabbed it, the sperm flew out. I couldn't believe what I was watching. This is like 2 hours and 35 minutes into the movie. We're not even close to done with the movie, y'all. This was 2 hours into the movie. And so when I left the theater, the first thing I did was go, what was that? Like, what was that scene even for? And I find out it's metaphorical. Like, it really wasn't a penis. It was like, that was supposed to represent his father, who was a dick. Like, because his mother said his father died, but technically he really didn't die. But he died because she didn't want him to know his father. And so he was just some dick that got her pregnant. And so his vision, or what he saw up there as that giant penis, that was supposed to be his father. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, I had to watch so many videos about this movie, and I'm the one that's like, I'm going to make a movie about it because I understand it. I'm the guy that figured it out before anybody else did. I did not have that. I did not have that same thing with this one. I sat in a movie theater with 20 people. Everyone in the theater was like, what is this? What's happening here? One guy walked out. He walked out. I would have too, because once that giant penis was like, boom! I was done. I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I was like, Ari Aster, what is happening here? There's this scene of this homeless man that stabs people. You're not ready for it. As a matter of fact, the whole beginning of the movie looks like downtown Los Angeles by Skid Row. It's surreal. Patti LuPone's in the movie. The woman who played Michael Scott's, come on, what's her name? She was the HR rep that replaced Toby, and Michael ended up marrying her. She's in the movie. Nathan Lane plays a straight man. Nathan Lane plays a straight man. Here's the best part about all this, y'all. I low-key haven't even spoiled the movie for you. And I realize that even with me just talking about it now, there is so much more that happens that I don't want to discuss with you, because if you end up seeing it, you need to see those parts. Because there's like this story that gets told in this one scene. Man, I got lost. Like, I was on an edible one. I had smoked a couple of, couple of blunts or whatever, right? So I was a little litty seeing the movie. And my friend told me, go see it inebriated, because you're going to need to. And I was like, why? She's like, sober is going to be a tough time. You need to go see it, a little something, something. I was like, okay. I'm glad I did. But I'm going to tell you this, my high was gone by the second half of the movie. It was gone. It was gone. It was gone. I was like, what my brain kept on like turning around again, because they would do something that was crazy that didn't make any sense. Then someone would be, oh, there were so many clues. Now that I think about it, I can't tell you this because if you go watch, I don't want to ruin it, but there are clues throughout the entire movie as to how the ending is going to play out the entire time. I think I might have to go see this again just so I can like catch all the stuff that was thrown in my face that I just forgot about because so much happened. That's the best part about it. So that's what Ari asked her. I think that's what he did. It was a sensory overload on purpose as a viewer, so that we as the audience would be lost in translation as to what's happening. But everything is so metaphorical that if you just thought about it deep, like if you just really thought about it, it's like, oh, that's supposed to represent this. This is representing that. That means this. This means that. Like it's all of that. You know what I mean? Uh how would I rate this movie? Yep. Crash. There you go. Because that's how my friend Bleeker described it to me. I have a friend of mine, Bleeker. We're gonna be doing a movie podcast coming up this summer, y'all. So get ready for that. I'll be announcing my podcast coming. But that was the way they described it, as a surrealist movie, and I'm like, I love surrealism. Oh, there go Bleeker. Hey, Pooh. Bleeker, I almost want to send you the link to join the StreamYard session to talk about this, so we can give them a little like preview of what our like podcast would be. But that's only up to you, as I already told them about the giant penis in the attic, and everyone, is also as confused as me. Y'all give some love to Bleeker. This is my good friend who I love, 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 love so much. This is the only person who kept me alive and sane in Las Vegas when I was living out there. I love you. I love you. I love you. Bleeker is non-binary trans, by the way, so we will refer to them as they, them. Thank you. We getting it. We're gonna get that podcast up. We're gonna give it. Yeah, I can't say, oh, let me get my mic. Okay, come on, friend. Hold on. Let me go ahead and send it to you. Let me send it to you. See how I be. Okay, hold on. I just want to share, invite, copy. Let me send it to you. Me and Bleeker can talk about movies right now, because we both. Bleeker, you saw Evil Dead Rise 2. We can talk about that together today. Okay. Maddie changing the description after the video is uploaded. Okay. Yeah, I'm supposed to see Bleeker. They're coming to Houston. Well, not to Houston, but Texas in July. Yeah, so I'm gonna see my baby boo. Yeah, get your mic, beach. Because I want Bleeker to tell you their version of this movie, because it's gonna be a lot different from me. It's gonna be a lot different. More intelligent for sure. I don't know if I can rate this movie as bad though, because like once I went and read everything about it and like got the full gist of things, it kind of changed my perspective on the movie. It was the initial intake of everything that made me go, what the fuck am I watching? It was a free movie too. I didn't spend money on it. I'm gonna tell you that. My AMC Stubs membership, let me tell you something. If you have an AMC in your local area that you go to watch movies, and you watch a lot of movies and you spend a lot of money there, y'all, please get yourself that AMC Subs membership. Get it. Because of the construction that's been happening around my place, I need somewhere to go. I didn't pay for the last couple. I didn't pay for Evil Dead Rise. I didn't pay for the Mario movie. I didn't pay for Beau's Afraid. I have not paid for a movie in over 2 months, and I love it. I just click, boom, go. Oh, you don't have to sign up, Bleaks. Like just you can click the link on your laptop or whatever device that you're using, preferably your laptop since your phone is working. And it'll take you directly in there, and it'll just ask you to put your name in the little tabby thingy, and then you'll pop up. Yeah. Bleaks will be here in a second. We'll keep on talking. Did I have anything to talk about after this? What did I have to talk about after this? What was next? Is that it? Oh, we were going to talk about DragCon and all stars. But when Bleaks get here, we're gonna do movies. We're gonna do Beau's Afraid, and Evil Dead Rise. And yeah, this will give you all a little preview of what is to come with this podcast that's going to be popping up this summer. I'm excited because I love movies. I want to talk about movies, and I want to talk about movies with one of my bestest friends. So yeah. Oh, Kiki Queen, you asked about pizza cake. Let's talk about that now while Bleaks gets up here. I can only call them Bleaks. You can't call them Bleaks. So pizza cake is the embodiment of the drag I've always wanted to do, and is a love letter to my mother, as well as to the women that are responsible for creating me and helping me be the person who I am of the late 80s and early 90s. This is teachers, these are aunties, these are people who are still in my life today that are friends of the family, women who I have admired and who I have been inspired by for my entire life. And this also includes people on television. For example, why I want to do Jasmine Guy for Snatch Game, because I love her so much. And Whitley is one of my favorite characters from A Different World. So the cast of In Living Single, A Different World, basically women on television in general inspire Pizza Cake's drag. And so Pizza Cake is the late 80s, the early 90s version of me. That's my favorite era in time, honestly. And I'm a mixture of all things. Pizza cake, it really goes into what pizza is. I can do everything because it's all a piece of cake. I'm funny. I can act. I can somewhat sew. I can get better at sewing now. I can dance. I'm basically one of those people who's like an all-around character. I can do everything if I want to. So that's my drag persona. With me, everything's a piece of cake. Bleeker, I see you but I don't see your camera. So there should be a button that you can press to say turn on camera. If you don't want to be on camera, just let me know. I'll let you talk too. That's also okay. I'm just saying. Listen, it's all in me. Anything you want done, baby, I do it naturally. Oh, oh, oh. I think my only issue, if I ever did get on Drag Race, would be me as my worst enemy. I wouldn't have anybody that could kind of fuck me up. It'd be me getting in my own head would be the issue. So I told myself, and my friend was like, if you ever did audition, Matt, it's a whole other game. I'm like, I know. And I said, I really want to get my mind together before I get on that show, if I ever even auditioned for it, because I don't want to have like a breakdown like in the middle of the show. There you go. There you go. There you go. Look. Hold on, bitch. Hold on. Oh. You can't do that on YouTube, Bleeker. Okay, listen. This isn't Twitch. Okay, first of all, I love this. I love this so much. This is one of my favorite people in the entire universe. When I was in Las Vegas and I needed someone to cry on and shoulder and to go shopping with at Target, this was my person. This is one of my people. This is what people I love the most. Give it up for Bleeker.
Oh, we here.
Stop screen just so we can get bigger. Oh. Yes.
How's it going?
It's see, Bleaks, this might be how we do these podcasts and upload the audio version onto Apple while we're being funny. I see the babies walking. I saw one of the babies walking back
me
there.
punching my microphone. I know you'll see my children walking back.
All the children walking back. I've met all these children, by the way, everybody. I've been in this house.
I got the cat tower beside me.
Oh, is my favorite. Wait. What's my baby's name? The one that don't remember me but remembers.
She died.
That's right. God bless America. All right, y'all. That's the video. Thanks for tuning in. Rat just talked about a dead animal, so let's go ahead and drop this disclaimer today.
Cut the feed.
No. It's like so much has happened. I almost I just got excited you were on the screen. I'm like, oh, where's my baby that always meows 20 million times? I miss her so much.
No, she was literally 21 years old. So no one feel terrible about it. She was very old and cared for.
At least you took care of your cats, unlike Chantel Foodie Booty. Oh.
I don't even want to talk about it.
Anywho,
I see that you've had a little change of heart about my my child.
No, I still think it's a terrible movie, but a great terrible movie.
Oh, did I not say that that's what you would feel?
Yes, you did. You told me it was going to be confusion. You said I was going to be upset, and you said you're probably going to hate me after this movie. And I was like, yes, I do. I fucking hate you, but I love you. But
I'm not even sorry, honestly. I'm not even sorry because it's such a fucked up ride. Like, the start to finish, it's just like, I'm very anxious, I'm disoriented, and I want to leave. But at the same time, you
have to stick
you
through.
can't stop looking at it.
You want to find, like, that was me for the whole movie. There were so many moments I wanted to get up and walk away. Like when he woke up, the man is stabbing him, and you see his small penis swinging in front of him. It's like, what's happening here? I almost got up then, but I'm like, I need to know where this is going. I need to know what's happening here. And where is Beau? That was me. Is Beau going to get to his mom? The whole movie. Is he going to get there? Is he going to make it to the house?
Do you know that Ari Aster calls it his Jewish Lord of the Rings quest? This is like his Fellowship of the Ring.
Why?
And I'm like, what was the ring? Where I don't...
Yes! Did we ever get there? I don't think we ever got... Was it the penis in the attic? I was confused. Like, what was the ring, Bleecker? Please help. Ari Aster said his Jewish Lord of the Rings.
I'm telling you.
Shalom.
With the whole scenario of this movie is nonsensical as you're watching it, and then the more that you read about it, you're like, okay, I can get that, but how did we get from here to that? How did we get here? Where's the journey point of, like, I thought of this idea of having issues with my mother and having issues of like a controlling, anxiety riddled trauma, and then turning it into that. What happened? Especially because, like, he clearly is in therapy. Like, therapy is a big rooted, like, thread.
You want to call that therapy?
But
that pissed me all the way off in that movie. I was like, you're telling me for the last few years this man.
But like, if you think about it,
it makes sense. It makes perfect sense. Like, everything did at the end of it. It was like, oh my God, like. There were notes being written. There were things on TV that were literally speaking to him, telling him the truth. It was great. Crash.
Like,
I feel like, or crazy surrealism? Is it good or crazy surrealism? What is it? How would you describe it?
I think it's a combination of both. Like, so with me, I like to watch movies in 3 acts, right? That's how they're usually set up with their format. You have the setup, you have the journey, you have the finish most of the time, unless it's like a setup for like a 2-parter or whatever. That's different rules. With this, the first part of it, wild anxiety ride, like, but you still understand what's going on. Like, it's relatable. You can understand it. You can put him in those shoes. You're like, this man has severe anxiety. This is actually like a heightened version of the reality he's living
contagious.
in.
The anxiety is contagious.
You start to like grip your seat. You're like, what the fuck am I doing here?
For example, he lives in this really terrible neighborhood. Think of Skid Row in downtown Los Angeles. As someone who lived down the street from there, I was like, yep, that's it. And he has to go get water, and he doesn't have his keys because they were stolen. So he puts a phone book from 2013. I caught the reference. I was like, oh, I was looking at that. I was like, oh, that was an interesting little plug you did there. I was like, for anybody that caught that was some Ari Aster references. I thought that was pretty deep. I was like, ew, that was smart. So he puts the phone book down. He runs across the street. And he's trying to get this water so he can drink and take his pills without dying. And the homeless people, he was trying to beat them back to the door so no one can get in his house. Or that's his anxiety of thinking they'll get in his house, which we don't even know if they're like that. I'm still confused about that part. But he literally watches them get into his apartment and just leave him outside. And he watches them all night tearing his apartment up.
Mm-hmm.
And after that happened, once you get to the end of the movie, now we question, did that happen? Was it that real? Was
Yes,
it like,
exactly. You start to question everything in the movie, because like it's kind of like a fractured sort of surrealism, right? In pieces. So the beginning, it's like a reality realism based thing. In the middle, it's good surrealism. You're very, very confused about it. You know that it has a meaning. There's other things being told to you. And then you get to the last act, and it's this whole crazy surrealist situation, very much comparison to the Truman Show, but like in a whole other twisted level. If we're
so
talking, I
keep
know
it there.
people are mentioning Mother in the comments, and I'm telling you, if you watched Mother,
I hated that movie.
take the anxiety you feel about Mother and just double that, because that's how I felt in the first third and the second third of this movie. Like the first hour and the last hour, full Mother anxiety.
Because the middle, it was kind of a break for a second, but it was also like we were trying to figure out who are these people and why are he there and why. Honey, when you get to that, please pay attention to when he's watching the tape on the TV. Please pay attention to that scene. Blew my I screamed when it happened. I was
telling
like,
you,
holy shit, everyone,
I have to watch it. I'm telling you, I have to watch it again, because there are so many things you miss on the first pass. And then you go and you read all the little like tidbits and shit about it. You start thinking about it. You're like, oh, holy shit, I missed that. I was wondering about that. That makes a lot of fucking sense. Now, wait a minute. And a lot of the things that are like off the wall fucked up don't seem as off the wall and fucked up now that you're thinking about it like that. That's not to say that there aren't some off the wall fucked up things in this movie that should be criticized.
Really off the wall.
Really, this movie is like a 2.5, 3-star movie. I rated it 4 stars because I'm a psychopath.
but the 2, 3 stars are true. Yes.
But it's a 2.5, 3-star movie. Don't go into it like this is gonna be like Ari Aster, like horror Oscar bait, like Midsommar or
also
Hereditary.
Not in Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Think about if you were a part of the unfortunate group to have seen A Thing About the Johnsons.
Oh!
It's that kind of anxiety, sorta.
Another terrible movie I wish I never ever saw.
It's a good movie, but it has that anxiety aspect.
Yes, that's why they're friends with me. She's like, yeah. There's it.
When Maddie knew you before your transition.
And I literally just told everyone, refer to them as they, them, and then now hear me. Like Bleecker catch that happens to me all the time where I'm like, no.
Get to the Reddit threads. Maddie likes to misgender his own friends. It's fine.
Can you imagine
I endure
the Reddit thread? Like, he brought Bleecker up there just to make fun of them.
And notice how I said them, unlike Maddie.
Yes, 27 likes. Okay, 1 response from Alberta George 337.
All the upvotes, they're all
right. There we go. See, I don't go on Reddit enough to know about upvotes.
I only know like the bare bones. I'm like I don't belong there. I don't belong there. Yeah, gosh. This was a ride.
It was a ride.
I had just come out of Evil Dead Rise, which is another like mommy issues movie
talk about
on
that
another
one
level.
Too. We can talk about that one too.
Did you watch that?
I did.
Oh,
I also saw it. So we could discuss Evil Dead Rise now. And since this is off, if you want to go see Beau's Afraid, I'll just say good luck.
Yeah, the way I pitched it to Maddie was you're either going to love the hell out of this movie and want to watch it multiple times to figure it out, or you're going to watch it one time, look up a whole bunch of shit, hate it, and be done. Mm-hmm. And both are valid.
Valid.
Absolutely. So, this is one of those movies where I can't go and be like, yeah, but no. There's no
Because
yeah,
there
but.
are so many nonsensical moments that happen that not even Ari in his wildest dreams could explain as anything that would make sense to the audience. It was
You know how some alcohols are an acquired taste? Like, it doesn't necessarily mean that the alcohol is terrible, but it's not your drink. It's
it's
not your
not.
drink. It's not
It's
your
not.
cocktail. Like
It's
this,
not.
I don't personally like beer, and this is basically like a suicide of just massive hard liquor.
And I was texting you during the movie because I couldn't wait. I couldn't even wait
Wait,
to call them.
I'm
Please read the text. Please read the text log for everybody. Please read it.
this was my favorite point when it just got to like Bleecker ... and I said, oh, I know Bleecker, I know Bleecker, I know Bleecker, and I said attic scene. He goes, God, yes. And then I sent a voice memo 3 hours after he got home, and I said, it could be worse. Don't worry. Construction isn't so bad. You could be Ari Aster's brain.
Yeah, I had to text them during the whole thing because it just was like, what did you put me in? What did you put me in? I don't like this. I mean, I like it, but I don't like it. Like, I like it, but I don't. It was, I've never left so torn about a movie in my entire life. I
told you though. I warned you. I will always be so honest in being biased over things, which is why I was like, it's a 2.5, 3-star movie, but I gave it 4.
And I know it's a 4-star movie, but I gave it 2 out of 3 because I'm pissed. And that says 2 out of 3. I didn't say a 2 out of 4. I said 2 out of 3. That's how deep it went. Okay.
My favorite. Wait, can I say? Wait, I'm gonna text you real quick because I was like, I don't know I only know like other rules. Can I say this word?
Yes. It's past 20 minutes. We're in the 2-hour marker.
My favorite review of Beau is Afraid is just somebody repeating Ari Aster's mom never let him come over and over again.
because that is a theme in the movie. Is a theme in the movie. Wow, Beau, your testicles are swollen so large. You really shouldn't.
You busted right through that bag.
That was the greatest line written through the entire movie. Parker Posey on top of Joaquin Phoenix. Wow, you really busted through that bag. The way her delivery, you really busted through that bag.
And she said it's so serious. Like, it was like, you know, in like 1950s films when like the girl is with the bad boy and she's like, ooh, like she was like, oh, you really busted through that bag.
Right. Because she was like, at first she's like, I like that you're not macho. It's really attractive. I'm not used to that. And then remember their first meeting is, let's take a picture of a dead body in a pool. And I'm just like, give me this picture. I was like, what the fuck is going on here?
There's no rhyme or like, why? And why did she have? Why did she have? Never mind.
Oh, now that I'm thinking about it, when she came in and she said, your mom owes me.
That's what I'm saying. Oh, you start thinking about the situation. You replay it again. That's exactly what happened to me. I was like, wait, now how would that even be a plausibility? This has to be a delusion, right? And then you start thinking about it and you go through it and you're like, this was real. This was real. This was real. Wait, was this real after all? All the things that you thought were the real parts weren't the real parts.
She has a small role, but it's quite effective. I think she's one of my favorite people in the movie. And it was honestly a shocker. It was a shocker what happened in the movie with her. It was, I mean, I was screaming. I was like, ah! What happened? I was like, no.
And then Patti LuPone's whole like hereditary mom speech moment.
That monologue was it. But do you know, Beau, what I've been through? Do you know, Beau, how you've made me feel?
And how her hair is just like a mess around her and her face is stone cold and it's just one tear.
I gave you nothing but
falling down.
I gave you nothing but love, and you wouldn't even return it back to me. Your own mother, your own mother. I did everything I could.
Let's just say
rejected me, you little shit. I was like, I was like, what? It was so good. Like, it was like one of the best monologues in the movie I've seen. Like, Toni Collette and her could have been back to back. Like, ooh, this was great. But
I'm telling you, and no one has ever used a remote control in the most passive, aggressive way that Patti LuPone used. Like, she literally sat wouldn't even face him directly, sat off to the side because she didn't think that he was worthy of all of her. And the way she did the remote was she made it obvious and crossed herself. And had that hard thumb press. Stop. She was like, you will watch my guilt. And I was
like her stage presence as a Broadway actor literally came in full circle and was perfectly used.
She does nothing half-ass.
Nothing. It was her, Parker Posey, Joaquin Phoenix. You annoyed me, but if I think about it, you played the perfect anxiety-ridden man possible, but it made me more anxiety-filled watching you as a person that does have anxiety. So I was like, this is too much to take in. But yeah, that for overall, if you go see it, good luck. And you may hate it, you may like it. It's going to be either of those two, none in between. It's going to be either like it or
no gray area.
I hated it, but I still appreciated it for what it was worth. I was like, okay, that was interesting.
Yeah, if anything, you're going to walk away being like, okay, I appreciate the artwork of that.
I never thought I'd see a giant penis in an attic with tentacle arms, have sperm, splooge out. I had to use splooge after being stabbed in the nuts. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that ever in my life.
The little drips of semen from the balls where it got stabbed is really what got me.
And it was, when he was like,
he was getting stabbed. I was like, oh my God, this is too much. Like, it has a face.
It spoke. I had to tell him, it was like, boo.
It literally.
Boo.
It was literally like that. This was Ari Aster's Baby Ruth.
Like, are you ashamed of me, Boo? And using these teeth now, it was so weird. I was like, what is happening? Why are there two sets of teeth on it? Oh my God.
Anyway.
Yeah, so on The Evil Dead Rise, I have not talked about this in full yet, so I'm glad you're here with me. As an Evil Dead fan yourself, I know I'm an Evil Dead fan, you're an Evil Dead fan. Long live Ash. May he reign forever and ever.
Bless.
Can we even put this on a scale? Was this better than the first remake that they came out with, in your opinion? Or was it lacking?
I actually recently just ranked all of the Evil Dead movies.
Ooh.
Controversial opinions on that.
Uh-oh.
And I'm sorry. In advance, everybody who loves the original Evil Dead, I do love it, but I put it in third place behind 2013 and Evil Dead Rise.
Really?
Hear me out.
I'm here for it. I love to hear this.
Hear me out. It's not because I don't love the original, okay? The original is incredible. It's the basis. Sam Raimi is the blueprint. The 2013 Evil Dead and Evil Dead Rise are for an entirely new generation.
True.
And it'll hold up. It'll hold up. Evil Dead is for a niche specific little group of people, right? It's really camp. It's a super niche, like that time period kind of camp horror, right? You're only going to have a little small group.
Bleaks, do you have a PayPal or Cash App? Because people may want to tip you, and M's asking if you
I do.
provide.
Wait, let me send.
You want to just type it in the chat and then.
Oh shit.
Bleeker needs to make a YouTube channel. I'd watch.
I mean, listen.
I mean, we're about to start this this movie podcast coming up here.
We definitely are about to do that. I forgot my PayPal. No one make fun of me, okay? Shut the fuck up. Me forgetting everything. Oh, it's just
today. Okay, because my good Bleaks needs a new phone, clearly.
Shut up. Oh my God.
Yesterday.
Don't get me started.
We were having the hardest time. I was trying to talk to them about the movie. And every time Bleeker would start speaking, it was like, talk about, hold on, Crash. Not saying listen like Maddie. Hey.
I love that we got to a point where we just sat there silently on the phone. And then we both went, you know what? Bye. We both just said never
Because
mind.
it's like I couldn't hear them, and at one point Bleecker was speaking to me, and I caught the last bit of it, and they were like, "You know what I'm saying?" I was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "But I have to be honest, I didn't hear anything you just said, but I just wanted to say yeah because I know you spoke a lot. I know to be real."
And I realized it this morning because I tried to make a call, and the lady was like, "I can't hear you. You're breaking up. You're breaking up. You're breaking up. Hello, hello." I was like,
that was all me. That was all me
"It was
yesterday.
me the whole time."
I like reset my phone and everything. Like, what is going on with Verizon today? God damn.
It was me. I was the turkey all along. I'm sorry.
Crash, you are witnessing a phone call from me and Bleecker as we speak right now. This is literally
just
how
how
we
we
operate.
talk to each other, to be honest.
Since day one.
Some people don't like that because they don't jive. They don't
I will press this button. I will bring it back.
Got the feed. Got the feed.
That's what you gotta stop the tape. It's a live show. It's a live. No.
Sorry. Fuck it. We're doing it live. Let's do this.
Yes.
On my controversial opinion, out of the way. Evil Dead, the original, is in third place only because the other two, they're gonna hold up in 20 years. You're watching you watch the original Evil Dead now, you're like, okay, yeah, a lot of this is dated. Some of the camp isn't modern day camp.
I love it.
Like Megan is modern day camp, right? That's like,
yeah, but I hate that movie.
But you know what I mean. You know what I mean when
it's
I'm
like
saying
all the mother, eat, work, words that don't associate with those things. Like,
but it's a modern day camp that's not going to hold up in 10 years.
Yeah. Oh,
Whereas
I agree.
This is a different kind of mommy issues. Like Evil Dead Rise is a different kind of mommy issues for me, where it's like it's a good mother turned into this like horrifying being. And you don't really you always see like the sister element of possession or like the friendship element of possession.
A child, something like that.
Something along those lines. But this is like a family desecrating each other.
Yep.
Which is like a whole other, like, if you really want to get all like surrealist thinky about it, it's like a whole modern like nuclear family take because her husband just left. That's the beginning of the movie. That's not a spoiler, I promise.
Yeah.
Her husband just left, and then all of this chaos ensues.
Because it was already at a time when the family was vulnerable, and that's normally when they say spirits are accessible, easy can get into you because you're dealing with something that's hurtful and pain, and so your defenses aren't up. I liked the movie. I wish it was longer. It was one of my main issues. It was like a very short movie to me, and I was like, okay, some explanations I wanted a little bit more time on. It was we found the Gringotts Bank underneath the like apartment building, and we're gonna go in here. And he just like he just knew what to grab. Like I didn't understand that. I was like, okay, so you're just, what's that? Ooh, this must be it. Ooh, this looks like a lot of money, huh? Like I didn't get that, but I will say the way that they summoned the spirits was one of the most clever ways they've ever done it in any of the franchises. I thought that was scary as hell, especially in the movie theater when they turn the volume all the way up at that scene. So you can be like in the moment with the headphones with him, like, oh shit. Ooh, I didn't like
the bass was so heavy, it like shook the theater that I was in.
I can only imagine watching that with headphones. I wouldn't watch that movie with headphones.
Oh, yeah. And like imagine if they had the ability, like, because like for example in Beau they had like that positioned audio, right, where you could hear a sound somewhere here and then here. Imagine if they did like positioned audio for a movie like that, where it's like everywhere at once and then all of a sudden it's one noise in one section. Like I feel like it's such a good movie, but it also can be improved upon. And I think that we get better and better with our reboots. So like Ash versus the Evil Dead was the first sort of like reboot of the franchise they did, and that was great.
Loved it.
Yeah, it was great. Had a little like bumps here and
Season
there.
3 got weird.
Yeah. It got a little weird towards the end, had a little bumps. 2013, I think, came out either amidst that, around the same time. I can't remember. And that everybody was like, no, now it's too over the top and it's too gory and it's too much. I personally love that, but I can
I saw
definitely
Terrifier
understand.
too, so
Yeah.
yeah. I'm gonna
Yeah,
watch
exactly.
that. Like,
And so I think this is like, I feel like this is a good middle ground. Like you still have like the campy, corny moments, like the like I don't like things in my tummy bit, like with glass. Like it's very that's terrifying.
I like literally chewing an entire glass, swallowed it. You see the glass poke out of the neck, go down with a gloop. My tummy
No.
hurts. It's like,
Mm-mm.
yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
And it's just the whole thing was like a mother fighting within herself, within her own, like it's a whole new thing of like fighting demons to be able to be a parent.
The mom was funny too when she was possessed as well.
Oh my god.
Hi, baby girl.
Oh my god.
She's like, come here
The
so I can rip out your
whole
intestines.
like the fact that Alyssa Sutherland had maybe a third of that movie's like horror content, and she was still the most terrifying part. Like she was outside that door for a good majority of the like possession, right?
That was cool too, seeing everything from the viewpoint of a peephole. Oh, that was
That little
great.
fisheye lens angle where you can't
Ah,
see anything off sides, but you can see stuff as it
because
comes into
we've all
frame.
been that way with our own doors. Like, I don't want to. I'm not about to open this door. I need to see what's right here. It was
Well, and if you watch, like when she leans into the peephole, you can tell she can see the other person on the other side because her pupil even dilates. Like it's
Mhm.
like such subtle horror. Like there's obviously outright like bloody, gory horror, but like there's such subtle horrors that it's like you start to imagine like, what if I saw my mom on the other side like this? Like, how would you handle that?
That was the part that was difficult for me because as a viewer, I'm like, why are these kids not moving? Y'all need to start running. Like this lady is look at her, a whole nother color, a whole nother eye color. Like her those are
That is not
contact
your mama
lenses.
anymore.
Like she took a bunch of eggs that all were stillborn. Like that was like, how did all the eggs go bad? Because she's a demon and she entered your home, baby. Everything in there is dead. I say it was a good movie. I would watch it again. I thought it started out very strong. Well, I don't want to give that away, but the way it started out, it was like, that's kind of wow. We might have another movie coming up soon. It was interesting, but I
They
will
used
say,
a lot of realistic elements.
the cheese grater.
Please, please. I put my
Even
cheese grater away the second I got home.
like even the glass swallowing scene couldn't take that. Couldn't even. I can only. If y'all have ever scraped your hand on a grater before, and I have, that is a pain like no other because it's a smooth cut and it doesn't touch you immediately. It like builds and builds and gets even more hot and just horrible. So when I watched her take the whole thing and go bam, and then slowly just
With the flakes of flesh on the inside.
that they showed us. They showed it. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. I was so over it. I was like, no, I can't even look. I didn't want to look for the rest of the movie. And
I know. It's literally, it's one of those moments where you start out and like that, get that quiet loud where you go, ah!
Oh, I was doing one of these in my seat. God. I remember the man who was on the other side of me was like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Are you watching this movie? This is nasty." Like,
I had both theaters to myself. I was so thankful because I literally just kept going, oh, hell no.
I saw this like opening night. I should have waited till like the early afternoon so I could have like a quiet theater because I had a whole bunch of don't go in there, don't do all of that. And I was like, oh bitch, don't
Sounds about H-Town.
Also Bleecker used to live in Houston.
Texas born and bred, unfortunately. But also fortunately.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Depends on the day, you ask.
Yes, and it's with some of the people that are out here that we will claim, you know. I'll never listen. I know this. The next time I see you post, actually, better than that, y'all. I'm going to start putting these challenges on Twitter, like and tag Bleecker, like what movies you want us to see and talk about and stuff.
Yeah.
So when we get this podcast going, y'all will already have a list of things. Of course, me and Bleecker have seen pretty much almost every movie on the planet Earth, honestly. But let us know, because this is a podcast I've been wanting to do with my friend here. And as you can see, we can talk forever about these things and break it down for y'all. But let us know what you want and we'll be on it. But yeah, for sure. I've been talking to Bleecker about this for a while. This summer we're starting this up. I said once I get back from DragCon, let's get this going. I'm getting a cat, I'm getting a podcast. I just need a man.
I can't help you with that.
I know.
You know, sometimes you gotta let your personality do the talking.
I try, but then I get it's my personality that runs them away. No, just playing. No, I think it's the truth. But yeah. So let us know what's up. Let us know the giggles and the goops. I saw the Mario movie. I don't know if Bleecker saw the Mario movie.
I'm seeing it on Sunday.
If you play Nintendo games, like we're Animal Crossing people, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna love it. It's simple. It's not trying to be something. It's very much in the lore of Nintendo. There are going to be so many references to old games. Oh, so many. Every time I turn, I'm like, oh, they're talking about this movie, this game from 1983. Oh, that's the game from 1987. Oh, that's when the arcade system. Like, it was a lot that was happening where I was like, they're literally referencing so much. But then you realize that the movie it's quick and it's trying to get you to be like, here's the lore of Nintendo. We're trying to introduce so far. Get ready for what's to come. And it was that for me. So I loved it.
I see. I was mostly worried about voice work.
Jack Black is the king.
We knew that was happening.
You know what? You won't be mad at Chris Pratt. I'm going to be honest with you. After the first 15 minutes, I let it go because he did a Yahoo and it was on the money. And I was like, oh, wait a minute.
Can you do that again for me?
Yahoo.
Can you do a little? Can you do it? Okay.
Yahoo! He even did Let's Go. And I was like, oh my God. But the original Mario voice actor is in the movie. He's in the beginning of the movie playing a video game. And it's the craziest shit because you hear his voice. And I was like, what? Like, I can't.
See, all I wanted was a middle ground, right? Like, I need a middle ground. I don't think that I can personally, like, listen to the original Mario forever. I don't think I could listen to Chris Pratt for 3 hours either. So I'm glad it's a shorter movie.
Yeah, you won't be mad at him talking. He also, to me, wasn't the main focus. Like, he was a focus of it. But then when we got to the cast, once we got into the other world, it was like Peach and Bowser took over. And it was on from there. But Mario was still, like, integral, as well as Luigi. I was so happy to see it. Like, it made me so happy. I was like... With the way it ended and everything too, the end credit scene that you need to see, not the middle credit scene, the end credit scene. It was like, oh, y'all are about to go there. You're about to start up the whole Nintendo lore. This is crazy. So
they're gonna do more.
They've already said that Zelda is already on the table, as well as Samus for a Metroid Prime. And if they do Metroid Prime right, I will be very happy.
Listen, all I know is everybody wants to sit there and fan cast certain people for Zelda. Quit it. Stop it. If you give me this Emma Watson, Tom Holland shit.
Nope. Don't do it. That's not them.
Right in the mouth.
Yeah, don't do it. Don't do it.
Like, just please. That's all I'm asking.
Yeah, like... I think one thing you'll like too about the movie, I'm trying not to give you any spoilers. It references Super Mario Brothers 2 a lot. It references also the 3D World game that just came out, not the Bowser's Fury, but that 3D. Oh, honey, and a little bit of Mario 3, a little bit of 3, but 3 I think is going to have more of an impact in the second movie, based off of what happens at the end. But man,
do I get a raccoon suit? That's all I need to know. It's already a 5-star movie. I'm gonna put it in.
You do get a Tanuki, and it's a great scene. It's a great scene when he gets it, because DK's like, "What is that?" He's like a little
That's
freak.
all I need.
There's a cat costume, the Tanuki outfit, ice flower, which I was happy they threw in there. I was like, what? Fire flower scene was cool. The DK, when you get to DK, that was probably one of the best parts because DK, Donkey
Did
Kong.
you know that they didn't give that guy credit? The guy that wrote
What?
that, they didn't give him royalties or credit. So I'm actually mad that they put that in there without doing that. So that man, he needs to be paid.
He should get paid for that because it was a gag to hear it. And I was like, what? They're
Because
also
he got excited and took his whole family to the movies to be like, that's my credit in a movie.
No.
And it wasn't there.
They
I would
need
have
to
been
make
so
that.
sad.
They need to make that up for him at least when they do the digital release. I love Rainbow Road. That was a great scene. The movie was great. Like, I loved it. I think what I want them to do next, so I don't give anything away, is if they do Rainbow Road like they did for the next movie, they need to make it like an actual, a little bit of a more focal moment versus it being like this random, oh, we just popped up on here and now we're about to go travel.
Oh,
like,
now that they've opened up the Super Mario world, they're gonna do like sports movies. They're gonna do like, especially because right now kids movies and animated movies for all people is just so tiny.
and it's now the first $1 billion
Because we
movie
haven't
of
had
the
a kids
year.
movie in the theaters in 9 months. Like, kids movies come out 2 times a year. That's not enough.
A good one.
Animated movies, they're going straight to streaming. We need like
A good one.
Thank you. Like, I'm sorry, but do we really need Hotel Transylvania 94?
No shade,
so.
we don't.
No.
And I love you, Adams. No, I don't. But like,
I love the first Hotel Transylvania.
I enjoyed Wedding Singer. It's the only Adam Sandler movie I will give him time.
Uncut Gems. But what about Uncut Gems?
No. Hated it. Remember Waterboy? Like, dude, like that. Like we grew up in an era of movies that were probably
Water's better than Gatorade. Like, please.
You have to understand how to do the water when you put the water right in it.
My mama said that's the devil. Please.
Wait, remember it was fucking Kathy Bates was in that movie, y'all.
She was his mama.
Like,
I can't. The amount of people he got to do the things that they've done over the years.
He has good relationships with a lot of people in Hollywood. They say he's a really generous and nice guy, and he's a very personal person. He's a very, not Hollywood-esque type of individual. But Waterboy, I was forced to go see those movies. Like, oh, I hated it. But Wedding Singer was everything.
Billy Madison, I could quote front to back. Every bit of it, perfect from start to finish. I will take no questions or concerns on this matter. I'm so sorry, but
wait, remember when the kids walked up to Wedding Singer? Hi, you're a bitch.
Fuck.
It is always Adam. All right, get out.
And Alexis Arquette going fucking hard on the mic all the time. I cannot.
R.I.P.
So
R.I.P. Alexis.
That was so funny.
So good in that movie too. I want you to know that I miss you, but I don't give a fuck. You stoop like that movie. Drew Barrymore and Adam Sandler for me were it for me when I was younger.
They've never missed. Think about every Adam Sandler, Drew Barrymore team up. They've never missed.
Well, I don't know about 51st Dates. I actually like the other one with that really gross girl that everyone has canceled. What was that one called when they went to Africa for some reason? What was that called again?
The one where they're like bosses or whatever, paired them up and they had to go.
Yeah, they went to Hooters and it was like like I was forced to watch that because Comedy Central plays it every fucking Saturday. Every Saturday, it's an Adam Sandler movie marathon. I don't do Grown Ups because King Chris Rock. Listen, hold on. Whoa. Everyone's favorite trash man to Chris Rock, but I can't do it. I love Maya Rudolph. I'm like, God damn you. I didn't get away with that one. Well, good luck.
I'm sorry, but
I didn't get away with that. I did not get away with that one. Yeah, I didn't get away with that one. Nope.
Honestly, though, the grown-ups movies are just all of those men writing themselves married to hot women, and
So let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Grown ups cast. Come on, Matt, pull that. Grown ups cast. Because
why is Kevin James always married to some hottie? I understand Adam Sandler because he's got charisma. He's the only one out of those men that I could be like, yes, I believe that.
But Selma
Hayek, bagged a hottie.
Well,
I believe it.
Actually, in reality, that is something that we would probably see.
His wife is hot in real life. Like these men have good personalities, but not the rest of them in the cast.
Why was Rod Schneider like?
Stop the sentence there, because that's the whole question. Why was Rob Schneider?
Why was Rod Schneider?
That's my question for every movie he's in. Anytime I see him, I'm like, why?
Like, I need you to understand.
Like, what?
That was the whole thing. And then the daughters were super hot. And it was like, what? Like, what's happening here? Oh, God. I need more pictures. David Spade, end of sentence right there. Oh, here's a good picture that I could use. Yeah, David Spade. Oh, boy.
David Spade used to be so cute, and then something happened. Like, he stepped into the role of Joe Dirt, and then he was like, this is it. This is the life that was
Oh, Joe Dirt. Man, what a bad movie. God, what a bad movie. Horrible movie. Did y'all like that? Did y'all like that movie? Listen, these were the women. You got Maya Rudolph, she was pregnant, Selma Hayek, these two random white women, and then that's the daughter of Rob Schneider's character.
Like, they were all beautiful.
And that's his other daughter. Like, I didn't understand what was happening.
These are supermodel women. How?
I listen. It was nice to see Chris Rock married to a black woman in the movie again, so it's okay.
Walking around with Lake Bell. Anyways.
That's gonna be Bleeker's thing to say in the podcast. Anyways. Well, that's about the news for today,
like
kids.
A bridge over I'm not going.
Hi, have you met my friend? Their name is Bleeker. This is what I be on the phone with, and I haven't introduced y'all to just till now. See what happens? I can't. Listen, to keep it in the movie phase here, Bleeker, give people at least 3 movies right now that you would recommend off the top of your head to give them a little bit of your taste in films.
Oh, gosh. Well, it's like, first of all, I use Letterboxd, so I'm trash. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. Perfect film.
Why was that one of the ones I was going to use as my 3 movies to recommend people? Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. It's
so good. It's just... there's no notes. There's not a single note. Even the comedy is perfect and well-timed and the perfect amount of dirty. Love it. Suspiria, the original, not 2018. It has a chokehold on me that I cannot explain. Run Lola Run, which is not exactly a well-known one. It's a German film.
I know that movie.
It's one of my favorite movies of all time.
Holy shit, Bleaks. Oh, we're going there. We're getting real deep.
I love Run Lola Run. Okay. It is all shot over the course of a day. There's no time passage whatsoever. It's very fast paced. It's very much like a thriller sort of situation. Oh, by the way, for those of you who haven't seen Suspiria, there's no real way to summarize that other than it's a horror school. Things are terrible there.
I did like the remake, but the original is still like the craziest fever dream you could ever see. Like, it's insane. I love that. Run Lola Run, Suspiria the original, and Everything Everywhere All at Once. You already know, like, Everything Everywhere All at Once is one of mine, but you should know the other movie that I always say that I love so much that is made by the low-key racist Quentin Tarantino.
Mr.
Jackie
Foot Fetish himself.
Jackie Brown is one of the ones I would always recommend. It's a good way to also bring people to Pam Grier in case they never knew. And it's like, who is this lady? Have fun looking her up, sweetheart.
Have fun reading her memoir too. It's perfect.
And also a movie I would recommend that's not considered a great movie, but someone actually mentioned if I've seen this, and this is me saying I have, Jawbreaker. Perfect. It's perfect. It is.
Close your eyes because there's a Manson jump scare. So close your eyes at that. But
there's literally a whole scene of Marilyn Manson faking a scene that's on a bed that's like, what? But it's Here I Am, rock you like a hurricane
with the fucking cowboy hat. God,
I can quote the movie verbatim. I killed Liz. I killed the team dream. Deal with it. Fern. What kind of name is Fern? Violet. Now that's the name. It's campy. It's crazy. Everybody who's playing a high schooler is like in their 30s. It's perfect. It's perfect.
True, actually.
Like everybody was overage playing their high school stuff. Like Pam Grier could have been in high school with everybody else that was there. Rebecca Gayheart's one of her only films that I care to see her in. Yeah. Those are the three. One's terrible, but one's great. Yeah, it was Everything Everywhere All at Once, Jackie Brown, and Jawbreaker.
Oh, okay. I was like, oh, you're including everything. Okay, yeah.
That has to be in there.
It's so hard to pick. Like my top, my top three always just rotates, but I feel like those are the three that I'm gonna gravitate.
Jackie Brown's still my favorite, but Everything Everywhere All at Once has become my second favorite movie of all time. I have never sobbed the way I have sobbed at a movie at
a pair of fucking rocks, dude.
And in reality, I've seen it in the movies 3 times. 2 dates, 1 by myself, and then I own it and I still watch it today and I still cry at that last scene with the mom and the daughter. I still
in the parking lot.
Time. Yes. Joy. I don't like, you know,
because how many times do you want to hear a parent say that? How many times in your life are you just desperately craving a parent to just be on your level and understand you?
It's over. Her sexuality is one of the key points of their like separation, especially with her wanting to bring this in. And I thought about me and my mom's relationship when I first came out and how it was not the greatest and how eventually it was the greatest. But the first time it was like, why, Matt? Why? And I'm like, what do you mean? Why? Like, I like dick and butt. Like, what do you mean? And then, you know, I cried because I felt the emotions in that scene. I knew the writing was intentional. I knew everything about the actors. I could feel them feeling the scene. Like it just was relatable. It was translatable, relatable content. Very that. It was.
And Stephanie's shoe was robbed. Good day.
Who won that award again?
Jamie Lee fucking Curtis.
Oh, that's right. We were all like
10 minutes of screen time. I'm sorry, I'm rounding up. 9 minutes and 22 seconds of screen time.
I'm looking for a piece of paper and a stapler.
Please. No. I will not. I can't.
Here we go.
I love her. I love her. I love her. She does deserve awards. I will not speak slander on Jamie Lee Curtis. But Stephanie Hsu losing to Jamie Lee Curtis and not having nominations most of the awards season is should be a crime. Police. Hello.
Thank you, Kiki Queen. Thank you so much for the super chat, and I love your Frasier dog. I always forget the name of those. Jack Terrier. Boom. There it is. Okay. Look at me. Yes. I said Frasier, and then why did this song play in my head? Men. Men. I don't know. Men. Woo, man. I don't even know why.
That song hasn't been on in like 15 years.
Oh God, what a terrible, terrible show that was. 2.5 Men was a terrible show, y'all. Terrible show. Terrible. Really bad. Misogynistic as fuck.
And yet we let 2.5 Men and Big Bang Theory run rampant.
You know, What? Oh, I could do Big Bang. Our whole universe and on the
Don't
fight.
get me started. I can't. And like the Jim Parsons seems like such an incredible, sweet human being, but every single time I see him, I have such a visceral, curdling reaction about him. I'm just like, oh, you.
See, you had that reaction for him in that. I had that reaction for him in that movie where there was all those gay men. They were trying to do that like stage play thing, and he was.
Band of what is it called?
It was
Boys in the
terrible.
Band, Boys in the
Yes,
Band.
it was terrible. I was like, girl, this is ridiculous. I can't. Yeah, but Big Bang Theory, I actually was obsessed with it for a portion of time, like a TBS. You know how TBS would play it over and over again. And I finally just got caught into it, and I was like, oh, some of this is funny. And I start watching it, and I'm like, oh, who wrote this? Who wrote this? Like, there was no women in the room. What's happening? Like, have
you ever looked up videos of the Big Bang Theory with no laugh track? It's life-changing to see how unfunny it is.
Ooh, I have to look that up after
because legitimately, yep. See, somebody's already talking about. They're talking about it too.
Have you seen it without the laugh track? Oh my god, really?
It proves to you just because like some shows they take away the laugh track. It's still funny.
Yeah.
They take away the laugh track for that, and you're like, oh, people are dogs who don't know how to laugh at things on their own, I guess, because this isn't funny. Hello?
No, I used to be obsessed with Big Bang Theory too. Then I graduated high school.
Listen, I always tell people Big Bang Theory is, and I say this.
We don't exist in Big Bang Theory.
Very true, actually. As somebody who is autistic, I'm not saying this in any sort of derogatory way. It's usually old people and autistic people that tend to like the Big Bang Theory.
In case, sure. and bringing it back. I know you're speaking from experience, but this is me going before y'all drop that load in my lap. Before you shit on my stairs.
It's a fact. It's not a fact. I said it's a trend. It's a trend.
CBS, colorless broadcast system.
Stop. No.
Now they put LL Cool. They have black people there on the cop shows.
True.
Okay. Reba. Now I did like Reba was a good show. I'm a survivor. This is the whole intro video. It's Reba. LOL, I'm on the spectrum. I didn't like that show.
Honestly, same. That's why I get so confused. Because like I keep being told over and over again by people like this is like the understanding of autism and you should relate, and I'm like I don't. Like, I'm happy that you like it, but I don't.
In the heart of a fighter.
But, like,
I'm
a survivor.
With gentle hands in the heart of a fighter. This text is coming out of me. I'm a survivor. Reba. I should do Reba McEntire.
A single mom who works 2 jobs.
Well, hey, Rue. Who are you?
Love the kids and never stops.
Look, but you got to do the video. Look. Who is she pointing to? Like,
why is it such an aggressive pull back to the point? Like, oh, jeez.
I can't.
Sheesh.
I liked Reba though. Reba was fun. I just like to see her read her husband or ex-husband. I just would love it so much. Who loves her kids and never stops? Sheldon was the butt of the joke for the majority of the series.
Very true.
Yeah. And wasn't he the one that was autistic? Kind of.
Supposedly all of them were. Like,
really? Nuh-uh.
Supposedly all of them, but like but Callie Cuoco.
Ah, okay.
Supposedly, like I'm not an expert. I don't really.
Kyoko.
Kyoko.
All I hear is Kelly cock. Okay, no,
Kelly quack.
cock. Oh my God, we're just yelling cock on this thing.
Stop.
You know, well, this video is gonna be limited monetization, so whatever. I'll attest it, YouTube. You love me. You know you do.
Hey, if you like The Big Bang Theory, you are allowed to like The Big Bang Theory. I'm not gonna yuck your yum.
Yeah, if y'all liked it though,
It's just not my
no shade to you. I promise.
not my cup of tea. I like a lot of questionable shit. Like I said, I gave Beau's Afraid 4 stars.
When it's a 2 and a 3, yes, that's fine. That's fine.
I know my flaws, Matty.
Hey, as long as you know.
But don't point them out to me. I get really sensitive about that.
Why did you do? You know I'm gonna play into that. I was already pointing at you. Like, I'm like, oh.
I was like, I'm waiting for it. No, wait, the other shoe, it's dropping. Put it back on.
How I am. Like, if someone throws something in the air, I'm like, ooh, it's a joke. I'm gonna catch it. Like, I got it. We're gonna make it
I'm not gonna be on comedy.
Okay. Oh, I also used to like Glee. Ooh, yeah, I did too.
You know that they want to reboot Glee already?
Why?
I don't know.
Can they not? Okay, let's have this conversation about reboots real quick. Why?
Because we have no original ideas left.
Or maybe they won't hire
like somebody
people.
said earlier, this is why we need to support the writers' strike.
I'm supporting it for sure because that's how we got 2 of the best seasons to ever happen from Parks and Recreation, The Office. Season 4 of The Office was during the writer's strike, and so was season 3 of Parks and Recreation. Both had very low episodes. Now Maddie's getting really deep into it because I love those shows so much. Like, The Office only had 12 episodes in total out of a 24-episode season. Still the best season they've ever had of the show. It was so good. Jim and Pam had finally got together because they ended season 3 that way. Then the writer's strike happens when Jim and Pam finally get together. Hell no. Jan got fired from her job. The dinner party scene was everything. Like, season 4 was that girl. That girl. Like,
the dinner party episode is one of my favorite episodes to ever happen in comedy television. Like, Bob, I was about to say.
Show me your old man. That one night. When Andy's in the corner.
And she's standing at the stereo, like, holding it, going like,
hey, babe. What up, babe?
That's a brand new flat screen TV, babe.
What are you going to pay it with your job with no benefits and no salary? With that job that has no salary, no benefits? I can't do it.
And then the police come, and she's like, "No, I love him. Wait,
yes, like, babe, I love you." It was too much. And then when Dwight's like, "I can take you home, Michael. Is there anyone else that can take?"
And he's like, "Please, anyone." And when Jim's like, "I can't take you. My house is on fire." She goes, "Flood." He goes, "Flooded.
Wait,
my house is flooded."
Wait, remember when they walked into the candle making studio and Jim's like, oh my God.
And then he goes, "That's wonderful, lot of smells you got going on in here."
What's for dinner? Oh, it's aso buco. Like, what? I'm sorry. Well, is it almost done? We have about another 3.5 hours. I'm sorry, what? Oh, God, Pam, in some places they have dinner at midnight. Like, she's uncultured or something. Then she accuses her of sleeping with Michael. I know how you used to be. You always want to
Angela Jim was like totally prepared to leave Pam there too. He was totally ready.
Oh my God.
He was like, "Oh no, there was a flood.
Everything's broken. Oh no." Yes. Hold on. It's Michael going, "Well, you don't need both of you to go check on it, right?" And it's like, yeah, you know, Jim's like, "Well, sorry, Pam." And Pam's like, "I'm sorry, you're not going to leave this incredible dinner party."
And with that very specific tone of voice, like, "If you leave me here, I swear to fucking."
After everything they went through, that's why it was so funny, because it's like, we've been wanting them to be together, so please don't make this all stupid.
So silly.
Simone, do me a favor. Go watch it. The UK version is funny too, but the American like something about Steve Carell, that is his greatest television role ever. He is Michael Scott through and through. He is the most frustrating man you'll ever meet on television. He says everything wrong. There's a whole racist episode, a homophobic episode, a fatphobic episode.
Like literally the second episode of the first season. I was like, are you kidding?
Like, but the thing about it is that when you watch the show, you realize Michael is an idiot, but he learns through everything. And he can still be kind of ignorant, but also if he loves you as a friend, he will defend the fuck out of you. He will, like Stanley, when they try to get Stanley, when Stanley was about to leave and go to Karen's new office, you don't get Stanley the manly. Who there's only one Stanley here, and he just oh, did I stutter? That's one of my other favorite episodes too.
When he's all like, "What are you doing? That is a child."
Boy, have you lost your mind? Because I'll help you find it. Oh, good stuff.
Not saying his best role in general. Foxcatcher is right there. Foxcatcher is right there.
Wait, I bet the television series, not movies. That's a movie, right? Foxcatcher was a movie. Yeah.
No. Somebody in the chat, they were like, I'd argue his best role in general. But Foxcatcher.
It's really the funniest. Next to the bat in the office when the rabies
God.
episode. Oh, the fun run. Yes, the fun run. That 2-parter was a hoot.
When he eats an entire thing of fettuccine Alfredo and then goes
kind of carb
run.
As a former track athlete, the way that made me hurt. Like I can imagine he was vomiting for weeks.
The fucking just.
The thing you do not do before you go on a run is eat a heavy fucking meal. That's the last thing that you do. You need water.
And if you do the heavy meal, you do it the 24 hours before.
Yes, because you are not. Simone, I promise you, season 1 is going to be like, what am I watching? But it gets better progressively, so hold it out. Season 2, a gem. It's a good gym. It's like, okay, we're starting to see some dynamics here. You see the Jim Pam thing happening. Season 3, almost as good as season 4. That was also really great too. You see Rashida Jones enters the cast. I forget his name that plays Andy Bernard, but he also jumps in. That's how he became famous or whatever was this role. A lot of folks come into season 3, season 4, season 5. Idris Elba was in season 5. Idris Elba was on the show.
My favorite bit though is Idris Elba's bit where he's like, I'm aware of my effect on women, and all the women of the office are just like obsessed with him.
Exactly. And he hated Michael.
Stop it.
Oh, he played a good villain, but it was great. But no,
you know that Parks and Rec was supposed to be an Office spinoff?
For who? Who was going to be in Parks and Rec? Because I love
Rashida. It was supposed to be Rashida's
character. She was supposed to go directly there as Karen Filippelli?
Originally, it was supposed to be that she got out of the paper business and got into like public library business, like government officiated public, which is why public libraries are such a common theme, because it was their first idea.
And now they hate libraries.
And now they hate libraries because they were like, fuck that idea. That idea is shit.
Megan Mullally is as Tammy number 2 is one of the best characters she's ever played on television. And also, I argue this down. Nick Offerman is one of the best actors we've ever had to ever grace our screens. Ron Swanson is a legend. And what he did in The Last of Us, I will never get over. If that episode is not nominated for an Emmy, and if it does not win, I'm going to feel some kind of way. That was
nothing has broke. I literally sat there ugly sobbing. Like no noise was coming out crying. Like just like,
I think I argued this to this. I think I said this, Bleeker. I think it's my favorite episode to ever happen on television ever. I was shocked. I was like, I didn't realize how I was going to be emotionally invested into 2 white men living in a post-apocalyptic world. And I just didn't think that was going to be my story today. Like, and Nick Offerman, of all people, like that was some acting, honey.
Acting.
When he's like, you took them too? Of course I did. It was a good one. Oh, I was like, these.
And the fact that it's like, Nick Offerman is considered like peak manhood, right? He is cis men's like pinnacle manhood, woodworker, built his home for his wife. Man.
And he's that kind of guy.
And then
too.
he's like, guess what? I have the giggle of an angel and I like gay people. Boop. Like, please.
I love his giggle.
So cute.
He's also like, he has, progressive ways of thinking. He's not a full on, that word I want to use for Chris Pratt. But I respect him as an actor, as a person too. And for him to be married to Megan Mullally, it just makes the perfect sense. Perfect
absolutely.
sense. But yeah, I'm Parks and Recreation is one of my favorite shows. The Office is my favorite show to ever happen. I like mockumentary style TV shows. Schitt's Creek is my number 3, to be honest with you. I'm surprised at how much that show I love so much.
Well, and I mean, again, we're not getting TV like that. We're like, even before the writer's strike, right? We're getting reboots and we're getting remakes of even television shows. Like, we're not even getting original TV content anymore. And it's so frustrating to me. Like, sometimes it works out, right? If you want to, and Scream actually, have you seen Scream 6 yet?
Oh, yes, I have. Okay. You want to discuss that? Because we can.
Well, I mostly just want to use it as like a reboot versus requels situation, right? They touched on it very well. So, like, reboots, we're basically just starting over the same exact idea over and over again, whereas a requel is a continuation. So technically, the Fast and the Furious franchise is requels. Scream series, requels. They're all a continuation. They all go together, right? Whereas we're bringing up things that we don't really need to be rebooted or at all. Harry Potter, why
are we getting a TV series?
We're rebooting more Lord of the Rings. Rings of Power is good, but that's because it's not touched upon content. We're taking cash cows, they know they can make money, and they're just rechurning them out. That's why they're doing Toy Story 5. It's like, why? We're just getting all of these nostalgia dumps of live actions and stuff like that. Like, Little Mermaid looks great, fantastic. But like, I don't think things like Lilo and Stitch and Moana are old enough.
Okay.
If it's not more than 20 years old.
No, let's jump. Why is there a Lilo and Stitch live action movie happening?
And a Moana one that they're filming this summer.
Why is the Moana? We haven't even given that time to develop the decade that it needs to have. That is so weird. Like, it's so weird. Like, you actually have the Fox and the Hound. That one is from an old lore in Disney movies that you could have made something out of. You make like making animals talk. So there you go. There are so many stories that could be redone if they really wanted to do it that are old movies. But like,
and you want to know the problem with rebooting and all the live action for Disney movies?
Tipping Matty again, because y'all been keeping me entertained through my job's extended 30 hours tonight. 30 more minutes. Good luck. What else? What were you saying? I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Talk to your people.
I'm sorry. Thank you, Nice. I'll see you at DragCon. Sorry.
With Disney specifically, they are going to poach and capitalize on the things that are going to make them the most money. Anything that's new and different, they're not going to give the same amount of marketing attention to, because they would rather invest in the nostalgia pulls. But the thing is, the majority of the time, the nostalgia pulls of reboots aren't going to work, because the OG annoying Disney adults that grew up with these movies, we are in that age bracket, but not that category of person.
We're like on the crest crevice,
right?
Crevice. There we go. Crevice.
They're gonna pounce on it and immediately not like it. So it's like you're losing either way, technically, right? So why not take a gamble on newer content? Why not, like, Strange World got buried? That movie was beautiful.
It was a great movie. I loved it. I got emotional at the end. Original
content, new different animation, a queer storyline that isn't impacted in trauma and isn't rooted in the main entity of this person. Like, he was just a human person. Like, that's all I really need from that. Thank you so much, Disney. How could you get it wrong right after that?
It was the way people were making it out like, oh my God, they made it so gay and this and that. They really didn't.
They get it so right and then they get it so wrong at the same time. And it's because they're investing too much of their profitable energy in things that they already know make money. And it's like, that's not how you grow. But the thing is with Disney is they don't really care. Disney and Warner Brothers, Sony, all of these production companies and these big, huge conglomerates don't really care. They just want their nut. At the end of the day. And they're either going to look at, like, when somebody comes to you with this idea of an original script and they're like, we want to get people that aren't super well known for it, and we want to make sure that it's marketed like really, really well, and we want to make sure that the story is told really well and not divert from it and not make it into like a branding opportunity. We just want to tell this beautiful story.
Yeah.
And then they look over and they're like, I have this script for Toy Story 5 that's been sitting on my desk for 6 months. You want it?
Fat bagger.
And it's like, which one are they going to pick? They're like, well, we do have that back stock of Woody toys. They're just waiting to have a new voice line in there. Like, they find certain ways to be able to do, and certain things I do want sequels to. Like, how long did we wait for The Incredibles 2? We finally are going to get Zootopia 2, which is going to be great.
I'm shocked they're doing it, but I'm happy because I love Zootopia. It was such a good movie.
But also, when we get to like 4 or 5, why?
Wish, I'm excited for Ninetale. I saw the trailer for that. I like the animation style. It was different.
I am. But also, Chris Pine, why are you playing a man named Magnifico who's a king from Rosas? Just wondering. And the man is not entirely brown, but also not entirely white in the animation. Like I said, Disney can get it so right, but they also get it so wrong. And it's like, I think Disney is a huge part of why reboots are such a fucking problem. They're such a problem. And Disney is the main proponent of it. And they're not casting diverse stories. They're not casting diverse people behind said characters. When they're doing casting of their live actions, they're making right decisions and then not standing behind their character. Like, how often you've seen Disney as a conglomerate go to bat for Halle? You've seen the directors, you've seen the fellow actors, you've seen people that have been on set with her, people who have worked with her. But Disney, as a corporation and an entity, does not protect its diverse hires. They are a financial decision.
Oh dear God. Okay. Sorry, I saw a comment.
That's why reboots is set.
No, I agree with everything you're saying, but I saw a comment, Nerdigans, in reference to Shangela in SA. That is old. We had discussed that before. She just now spoke on it and denied those allegations, but that is something that I talked about months ago. Please go look into those videos. When we had that discussion, I said, we don't know what's going on until all parties agree. You don't just jump things like how they did to Silky. And we found that person was lying. You have to, like, I support the victim. At the same time, we have to wait for the full story because they could just be doing that for whatever. Anywho, she denied those claims. Hopefully that gets some sort of resolution here. If it finds out to be true, terrible news, horrible, horrible, horrible. If not, then it's the same thing that we go through every time with this fandom and how a particular set of queens always get thrown into a mixture of these weird statements where it's like, why them? So I get it. And I know we know friends and my friend this and my friend that. A lot of friends are liars.
Very true.
That want you to like them so they'll say shit that you think they're going to hear. I don't know what's going on with that person. I wish them well. I wish them luck. I don't know what's happening. Shangela denies it. I'll wait until the rest of the story falls through. I also went to school for broadcast journalism and I will not be sued. So thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's the shit right there. Like, no, we talking about some real, no. Not that. No. No. And And mind you, they're talking about from a previous season, not this season that just happened. They're talking about like a whole, like, it's a lot about it. And then I had a friend that worked on the show that told me some stuff about that person. And I was like, oh, okay. So this is me. I leave it there. Thank you for telling me those things. I'm not a part of this. I ain't going to court for that. Don't ask me questions.
I'm not going to court for that.
I don't know what they talking about.
It's true.
It sounds like a bunch of folks out there that want to go to the bar. I guess I don't know. Good luck to all people involved and to anyone that may be a victim of something like that or has been one. I support you and I love you for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But there are folks that I have met in my life that have admitted to lying about shit like that to get their way in situations. I have a friend in jail now for something like that. So yeah, I don't play that shit.
Yeah, you always got to stay neutral until the facts are presented, things are shown. Like right now, we don't really know anything. It's like a he said, she said, right?
You can be upset at You could be upset at the news, but you cannot give a definitive answer as far as how you feel. And that's where these young little punks and these other girls out here be acting up because y'all want to be so right now. I want to be right now. I'm going to be right now. It's my opinion. It's this, that, and the other. You don't do no research. You do not do any kind of background checks. You just immediately speak and then you automatically regret what you just said. And you're so busy trying to be that girl that you want to stick your ground. And it's like, honey, you look a fool. You look a fool. So stop looking a fool, please. You're embarrassing yourself. With age comes wisdom. And some of you need to be able to stay long enough to afford that. So just saying, I'm in my mid-30s, bitch. I can talk my shit.
Literally, though.
And if somebody is in their upper 40s is going to tell me what's up, I'm going to listen because they've been here longer than me. I want to hear how you got here. Now, you may have some backwards ideas, though, but I want to hear what you got to say.
I was about to say, I was like, I'm a tentative in your late 40s.
Yeah, I'm going to hear you, but I'm going to listen to what you have to say. Now, the moment you say some cockamamie bullshit, I'm going to be like, now, hold on. Oh, what the heifer? Like, it's going to be that. But, yeah, I don't, not the Tasha K drop. Girl, I don't, listen. That lady had to move to another country so she can talk about Cardi B.
I'm so tired.
She should be embarrassed. Like, you know what you do as a commentator, and this is where people get a platform and automatically forget that they're a person. And they also forget that they can be sued for things because they become this entity or this being, and they can't be touched no more. You're not Jeffree Star. You're not James Charles. You're not white. And you're not a man. So you're not going to get, you're a black woman. They're going to get you, bitch. No shade. Bleeker, you know I'm not lying here. You're a whole woman. They're going to touch you just on that. Just for being a woman.
I was literally like, you're right, though. You're right.
And you're a black woman on top. Oh, they're really going to get you. Like, come on now. Like, let's not be stupid here. You don't have light skin access. You're not that attractive. So pretty privilege is out the door. You're not that intelligent. So there goes the smart awards for you. I'm just saying, like, I be seeing some people really get up here and act like their nuts don't stink. It blows my mind. Like, yo, you do know that once you get got, they gonna get you forever. Like, you're always gonna have to talk about that. That it's never gonna go away. Will Smith will talk about that slap for the rest of his life.
They're still making jokes about it.
Just like let's talk about that one movie where he did a gay scene that he had to get off all the shelves, but he doesn't want to tell anybody about it. But a lot of us remember because we were in the 90s and we were able to see the movie. It was like, ugh. Yes, a long time ago, Will Smith did a movie where he was gay in the movie and he was a prostitute. He had to go sleep with somebody. And because of his image now and who he was and how much money he had, he paid to get the movie off every shelf. The only people that own that copy are people that bought it and still have it with them. And I'm mad I didn't buy that movie because and even now if you watch the movie, the scene is gone. Oh
yeah, everything is like edited and altered now. Like the retroactive contracting he must have had to pay for is just insane.
I was like, but if you are Will, please let me gag on it. I'm just saying. I want to know what the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air tastes like. That's
now, ma'am.
I'm sorry. It's late. Getting vulgar up in here. Words. I'm sorry.
No.
Sorry. We interrupt this broadcast. I tell you. These people ain't shit. What are they talking about? I'm just saying there are folks that get up here and they start yelling and screaming into the microphone, and it's really you just yelling into the void of non-existence, and you're asking why does my audience not get built? And I'm like, because you're mad all the time.
Y'all need to start remembering you have a digital footprint. You have a digital footprint. It is very much alive and well. It is permanent, and people will find that. Do you know that employers now check your Twitters and your Facebooks and your TikToks? They will, if it is attached to your name and email,
And my
they
sister-in-law
can find you.
does that for her job when hiring people, because she's the
They have
HR of a
specific HR.
huge company, and it's like they have to go through everything. She's like, Matt, we get one thing and we can just pull it all up. And here they go. She goes, we can't fire people for smoking weed because it's legal in certain states, but we have to see what state you're in when you're applying for the job. And if it's illegal there.
And if they're real narcs, they can report you to the police.
That part. And she showed me an email she sent somebody one time, like declining the job offer, and then gave the reasons why. And I was like, oh my God. She's like, she needed to know that. I would like her to know what, hey, you might want to go in here and do some changing. Because
if y'all are going and applying for jobs, private your shit, lock it down. It's not going to stop everything from being found, but at least it'll dim your chance.
Because before Jamar started doing what he's doing, and he had got another job when he moved to Atlanta, that's what Jamar had to do. He had to stop making videos, stop posting stuff on social media, go in and make, okay, this is some bullshit, it's some bullshit, no, and do yourselves that favor. But a lot of these people nowadays, man, I'm reading some of these people on Twitter's girl, everyone's already screenshot your shit. Everyone's already got you. You can delete it as much as you want to. There will be that thread that has 20,000 likes, over 1,500 retweets, and has been bookmarked like thousands. Oh, girl, it's over for you.
Can I make y'all real scared?
Go for it.
There are archives. So if you have the Twitter handle, you could just put the handle in, and every tweet you've even deleted can show up. How do you think they get all those screenshots from like 2009 from people?
Because there's a part where you can click on a deleted post, and sometimes it will pop up for you. And I have learned ways to do that for people who have retweeted me and I can't see them. And I'm like, really? Let me go on my alt account. Go right over here to the retweet section. Oh, that's the name. Let me go. Oh, they were talking shit in my retweet. Got you.
They're gonna find your shit every time.
I'm always ahead of the game. That's why I laugh when the girls are like, I'm just gonna retweet. Girl, we can see you. We see
your likes. We see all your stuff.
Talking about, I don't support these kind of businesses. Why were you liking all these racist tweets then, Jessica?
Babe, do you know how many Zionists in my fucking friend group I found over?
Oh, that's terrible.
Over just like likes. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, this is real awkward. Like, I hate knowing all this information. It's helpful, but it's also detrimental. Just be careful what you're posting on the internet. And if you're posting shit on the internet, make sure it's always on private if you run your mouth a lot. That's how, because...
I mean, my Facebook looks like that now. I had 4,999 friends, and now it's at 2,000 something, and I still have to clean it up.
I've been Facebook free for 5 years.
You're lucky. What a blessing.
I know. I have no close family, and I hate everyone. So
I'm almost there. I haven't deleted it because like my mom's, some of her stuff's still on there, so I'm like, it's this weird way of like going back and reading her replies to me.
I get that. Like, I haven't deactivated, but like,
yeah. But then like everything else, I'll see people who I went to high school with, and I'm like, wow, Trump supporter, homophobic, transphobic. Posted a video of a trans woman making fun of them, overweight, all these kids, not happy. A nipple piercing. That'd be like my timeline. I'm like, what is going on here? I hate it.
Something like, I was barely using Facebook to begin with, and then COVID hit, and I went, I'm out.
You really got to see people.
I didn't log in a single time after that. Like, I wasn't posting or doing anything already, but like after that, it was like, that's a wrap.
And mind you, I had Facebook in its second inception, not the first one, but the second. If y'all saw the social network,
I used my college email to sign up.
So I love watching that movie because it showed me the timeline of when Facebook was created. And I realized that Arizona State, when I was going to school there, was in the second phase of Facebook because it went from Ivy League schools to all surrounding colleges that were like majorly known or party schools. And we were one of them. And that was actually when I put this on everything. One of the first things I learned when I got to college, orientation. Hey, there's this new website that they've got up called Facebook. It's for college people. Yeah, it's for college people only. So you can talk to your own college mates. They were incorporating it like it was a way to get study notes, talk about classes, do projects together. And I loved it. I lived. It was amazing when we first got it. It was the best thing on since sliced bread. Everyone was on Facebook. And then when they opened it up to everybody else, I was like, oh, it's not
then
special.
It got bad.
It's not special no more.
Then it got bad.
We're opening it up to everybody. When my dad got on there, I was like, oh my God. Block.
Please. Like, I've never hated my relatives and friends more. Like, ex-friends, I guess now. But like, there's so many, like, I feel like 2016 and beyond really showed us what Facebook was for.
2016 and beyond, you say? I wonder what that was.
Nothing politically corresponding.
Nothing was going on. Nothing. Tan, orange, bad built, horrible hairlines, micro penis, all of those things. None of that.
You know what? I'll even go further. Everything went worse and downhill on Facebook after Wendy Davis lost. Now, that's not significant to a lot of people unless you're from Texas, but Wendy Davis would have been our governor instead of Greg Abbott, but 10% of Texas voters decided to show up. Since then, the political climate has very much plummeted everywhere.
The way you made me just shook when you said that lady's name.
Miss Trainers for 13 hours in Congress herself.
Child, and we've been trying to get Beto in there for so long.
That man is like, he is so fed up. I love him. He was wandering around like, fuck you, you're cool. Like
he's such a cool dude. He was such a nice guy when I met him. Like I got a chance to meet Barack Obama before he was a president when he came to Arizona State and he gave us a speech when he was like not even running for presidency. I got to shake that man's hand and I was like, oh my God, that man became the president. My dad was evil. I got to meet him before him. And then now I'm gonna get real Texas. Sheila Jackson Lee. Yep. She used to go to the same beauty salon my mom went to, so we would see her all the time. Sweet lady. Remember Mayor Brown from back in the day?
We've had so many good runners.
We've even had like some Republican like lawmakers who actually were cool. Like at one point in time, like we had some people that was like, okay, like we can work together with this person. When Greg got up there, like he's trying to take Texas into its own power grid. We're literally on our own power system right now. Like,
listen, Texas has not thrived with a governor race since Ann Richards, and I stand by that until I die.
So when you think of Texas, y'all, like this state itself, honestly, the major cities are not Republican. They're Democratic. It's everything surrounding them that is red.
All them little bumfuck towns.
Because Texas was almost a blue state this past election. It was almost the closest it's ever been. I was shocked. I was like, oh my God. The girls are mad. And
and I got a bone to pick with you, Dallas and Houston, for those big areas that voted. How dare you?
It was it wasn't City of Houston for sure, because HISD area.
No. It was it's the Woodlands surrounding.
Woodlands, Magnolia, Conroe. Just call it what it is. Call it what it is, girl. Everyone that lives in River Oaks, Katy, Sugarland.
White. With the hard WH. White.
And I lived in the Woodlands, and Bleecker can tell you, yeah, trust me. When I was living there were rarely any Black people there. There are now a lot more Black folks in the Woodlands, but
And they hate it.
when I lived there, man, we were like few and far in between. I'm talking about at a high school. I was number 1 of 8 Negroes in the school.
You remember back in the day, if you wanted to, like, I was, fun Houston, like, anecdote. I grew up in East Houston.
Ooh.
That might mean nothing.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that.
I didn't mean to do it. I was the minority, okay? I was for sure the minority.
Let's call it what it is. Bleecker was in Mexico. Period. Okay, you were in East Texas. East Houston is a very high Mexican Latin community. Because there's Baytown over there, and
I was in a huge Dominican, Puerto Rican.
Oh, you were. Oh, okay. So you were. Hold on. I know. I feel like I've. Let me try to figure this out on the map.
Oh, are you gonna try and figure out where I grew up?
Because I've dated this Dominican out here, and it was in the east side of Texas. He was so fine. I love him so much still. But he was such a great guy. But crap. No, I know that because I lived in East Houston, and it was very much Latino, like the whole way through. Like all of East, like I would rarely see it'd be a couple of Black folk here, a sprinkle of white people. Everybody else was Latino, and I was like, okay. Which is nothing wrong with that, because honestly, if you lived in Houston, it's a melting pot of a lot of people. So it's like, you think LA is like that? Come to Houston, bitch. Like, everybody is here.
And I'm pretty sure Houston's bigger than LA.
No, LA's still like the larger population, but Houston also jumped up from 4th to 3rd largest city. So
I was about to say, because like
they're still coming,
jam-packed like sardines. The whole thing about that is like I was the token safety white person to take into the Woodlands.
See,
back in the day,
I was the Black one who was relatable in that they could ask questions about Black people too, because I'm not too dark. Yes, that was the way they would say it to me. Yes.
I was about to say, oh damn.
When I went to Westfield, and that all changed, and I was like now like one of the lightest Black people at the school. Like, and I had the position change. I was like, this is too much to take in. But then what was different was I wasn't used as a token character in friend groups. I was naturally accepted in for other reasons, and I was educated on so much shit that I didn't know about, because as a child in school, you learn things from your peers too, not just your parents.
Moving to Austin was a culture shock for me. Moving as a kid, growing up in a predominantly Hispanic neighborhood,
and you went to an all-white area, probably.
And then the surrounding areas were like Black neighborhoods, right? So I went from that element, and I got dropped in the middle of like suburban Austin.
Ooh, I'm sorry.
So I know, and so I was just like, oh, so we all just listen to country here.
Everybody's on meth.
Everybody's the worst. And your mom keeps making weird racial tone jokes, and this is the worst. Like, it's just so it's like, I don't understand why there's a disconnect in so much of Texas. And now we're seeing where there's a shift of that, right? Where now all of these predominantly white neighborhoods are now seeing an influx of people of color, and they're going, wait.
And that's when you get the new neighborhoods that get built outside of those neighborhoods, and people act like that's not what's happening. Girl, that is literally
what do they want to do? Now they want to cry gentrification. Oh, yes. Now it's gentrification.
But in reality, just like how TSU and U of H used to be all predominantly white neighborhoods until Black people and Latinos started moving in there, now they're re-gentrifying it and moving out those Black families and those Latinos that live. That's why I'm like, child, please don't do this with us today, because I've literally been in this city for how many years and seen you do this for decades. Jay McCullough, can we talk about Bleeker's nails? Oh, Bleeker stays with nails.
They're sculpted.
Oh, they're so cute.
Thank you. When you put these two fingers together, they form one little.
Oh, that's horrible.
Sunflower, like.
Oh,
thanks, guys.
digging my booty.
It's the one thing of myself that I have to look at pretty constantly every day, so it might as well look great.
Bleeker nail cam. Okay. That's cute. When we do our podcast and we do the video formats for probably we'll make that something special, create a Patreon around it so we can make sure that's good.
Every month they're different.
Nail cam.
Last month they were Spider-Man panel nails.
Oh. Well, I have a new nail person who is, if they're in this chat, House of Milan, what's up? I can't wait to show you those nails that I'm gonna have for Pisa. They're so cute. They're so
Girl, you better
cute.
put that glue on.
She said she sent me the strips as well as I can like put some like glue or something on them. I'm gonna make sure I don't want to lose any of them. They look too good. Like, and I'm heavy-handed, so it's gonna be a lot.
That's why I said that.
It's gonna be a lot.
Like,
you know I'm heavy-handed.
The talks with your hands is heavy-handed. I had no idea.
Bleeker has seen me throw things by accident that were in my hand.
We both do. When we like, how often do we knock shit over when we have a meal together? Please.
Listen, shout out to my people at my doctor's office that subscribed to me today. If you're watching this really late at night and you're like, this is where this energy comes from. Yep. I dropped my AirPod case 3 times while she was trying to take my blood pressure. Because she saw him and I got distracted. She's like, oh, how do you get yours to stay? She has this very soft voice. How do you get yours to stay in your ears? And I was like, oh, well, you have to change out the buds. As I'm saying it, fall. She's like, oh, no, don't worry about it. We're just trying to get it on. I was like, no, I got it. And she's talking to me again, fall. Maddie, I've just got to put this on. I know, but wait, hold on. I can grab it. It's fine. It's really cool. But when I was fall, she said, just leave them there. Just leave them there. Let me put this on you. I'm going to pick them up for you. Put it in my hand. She goes, now you press the button. I took my own blood pressure this morning, Bleeker.
But they were like, oh, he has no motor skills.
Like, shout out to everyone at my doctor's office. You know what's up. I love this. I love them so much. They've actually been, you already know what I've been going through and stuff like that. You've been very much part of my journey, but they've been very much like every time I walk in, there goes sunshine. I go,
but you know what? Whatever they're helping do for you is making a difference in like your attitude and like your entire demeanor.
From last year to now. Like Bleeker will tell you, I was on a different level of depression last year.
No, you were like sad and angry and cranky, which all again very valid like feelings to have about it. But like now you're kind of like you've kind of taken things back, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like you're not sitting in it.
Space. I needed my own space. I needed to like get some things together with that, and it's completely changed my attitude. Got a new therapist. She's amazing. Hi, Beach. I know you're watching. Because she watches these videos and she doesn't comment on purpose so we can talk about these conversations. And yeah, just getting a different relationship with myself too. Yeah, that was one thing. Not taking myself so seriously, also not trying to worry about everything that I can't fix. And establishing boundaries with family members that have pissed me off. That has been very helpful. Very, very helpful. Mm-mm. Boston.
You're establishing boundaries for more than just family. Cut the feed. Do it. I know you.
I mean, yes, I've also shut up. but I've oh no, you got me to start. But also, I can't even thank you, bitch. Can't even because that was such a like that was like right in there. That was like a I can't.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know either. It wasn't me. I can't. No, Bleeker's. I've known Bleeker since 2019.
18.
It
was like late 18 or
19. 2018. When I was living in LA, and then when I was living in Vegas, and now. So yeah, we need Bleeker on the panel.
Oh well,
Bleeker doesn't really like Drag Race. They know of because they also work around a lot of people that you see on the show, but Bleeker's opinions on Drag Race are not the same as they used to be, and it's understandable.
Listen, okay.
Was that a good way to explain it? Like, not
for me, I love drag. I've like Erica Andrews was like my introduction into drag, which if anybody knows anything about like
You should,
drag, you
yes.
should know Erica Andrews. So my standard is here. And Drag Race over the years for me has not fulfilled the standard of things that I would like to see. And the oversaturation of that is just a lot for me.
And
But
you know stuff that people that watch the show normally wouldn't know, which is.
But if I needed to watch an episode or two for a thing, I can't do a whole season. I'm sorry. I can't. I'm sorry. I love you all. I love Manny, but I can't do a whole season. I stopped. They brought back. This is how long it's been since I've watched an episode. They brought back Art Simone, and I said, I'm out. And I haven't watched an episode since.
Shit, you were probably out when they gave Scarlett Adams a pass for her past.
Literally, that was literally it. It was that, and then Art Simone coming back, and I was like,
and they sent the one person that spoke up against her home the same fucking day. I couldn't. What was her name again, y'all? Because I ended up liking her a lot because it was like, oh, she's a real one. Oh, they're going to send her home. No, she's a real one. And that's exactly what happened. Like the moment she said, even with you saying all that, doesn't sound like you're being genuine about it.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, send her home immediately. Like, couldn't believe it.
I don't know. I feel like it's a lot less about the drag for me anymore. And that can sometimes be a little draining. And I want everybody to have,
et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah. You know? So I think that, I think that the show has a lot of merit. I think that it still provides something that we need to have in the media. I think that the drag is still worth critiquing. The show is still worth critiquing and enjoying. So if anybody wanted me to watch an episode, you'd have to give me a heads up to watch an episode. But it wouldn't be one of those things where I'm on a panel and have like extensive knowledge of the season. Like,
well, Diggy doesn't have it either. So by all means, like, no.
Like,
sorry. Now that was a good enough shade. Yo, listen, Chris should take that shade very lightly because he already knows it's the truth. Because when we ask him about one, I didn't see that one. How, girl? Wait, huh? Sister. So no, listen, if y'all ever wanted Bleaks to get on one of the pans, or if you ever wanted them to like just pop up on one of my videos for whatever reasons, let me know. You know, I called this BB and I'll let you know that. But like in reality, the podcast that we're going to do, both me and them, not the because I accidentally slid in earlier and I was like, fuck, let me make it up in the next statement by that. But listen, we're gonna get that podcast going. Let me know in the comments after this video, and also like message me video wise if you like us this way, because I know y'all live for Bleeker's background right now because it's giving me a smoke shop that has the lights turned off. It's closing time.
My other light is like broken right now, so I'm a broke hoe.
I need to get ones to go down the crevices because my blues are up here on the ceiling. That's where they are. Hello, ceiling. I like how this green hits it, though, giving me Aurora Borealis. Yeah.
I just really like feeling as though I'm like, I don't know. All of that is just such pretty stuff I want to light up. Yeah.
Bleeker's Funko Pop collection is 3 times the amount, 4 times probably the amount of mine. As you can see, all I got are these babies down here.
I have like 400 plus.
And I'm only at 59. I'm trying to get 100 before the end of the year, though. I'm trying to, but I'm waiting for a series I just want to start collecting on. And
I've had to start being picky, and I've had to stop doing certain ones. Like, I was collecting Harley Quinn, and now I'm like, okay, stop. It's enough slices. There's too many.
Like, soon you'll have a Funko Pop of the vat of acid that she fell in, and it's just acid with like black eyes on the front. Listen here, love this vibe between the both of you. This is bestie, of course. Like, you know, it's gonna be like only my real friends. Okay.
Listen.
Oh,
sometimes you just vibe with people the way that you're meant to vibe with them. Maddie and I can go like 2 months without talking, and then we get on the phone like
And
we've been
it's
talking every
hours.
single
And
day.
it's hours. Okay. Like
Because like I
literally
know
hours.
he's busy. I do shit too in my life. Like we just know how to be both low maintenance and high maintenance at the same time. We
This is
also
true.
know how to agree to disagree without ripping each other's faces off.
We're good.
which I
Yeah,
think
and
is
that's
important.
my favorite part about you is that when we talk and we don't agree, I know I'm not leaving the call like, oh, I shouldn't have said that, or this is how it's never that.
I don't give a shit what you
It's
feel. If that's
never
what you
that.
feel, that's what you feel.
I don't have to worry about you going and talking to other people about what we just said and anything
I
else
wasn't supposed to
either.
do that.
Oh,
Oh,
listen, I can't wait for this podcast. You two remind me of my friends and I in Korea years ago when I was an expat. Yeah, no, y'all will be getting a podcast and it's gonna be a good time.
oh, for
Long,
sure.
nice, great conversations about movies that we like. And of course, us breaking it down. We may end up having moments when we talk about the specific actor and it may dive into other films because that's just what happens when you're talking about movies. But you know, it's going to be that kind of feel. So y'all be driving, you're at home, whatever, and you just want to listen to us talk about movies forever and ever and ever. That is what it's going to be, baby. We're going to
I have I'm not even gonna lie, because of the way that you've reacted to Beau is Afraid, I have like a whole list of movies that I'm like, this is gonna fuck your life up, but I hope you watch
send them,
it.
send them, send them, send them, send them. I'll do reactions on Patreon and everything. Send them, send them, send them. Like, send them. And maybe I've
Like,
seen them. Like,
House, which is like a Korean horror film, is one of the most trippy things I've ever seen
wait,
in
I
my
think I
life.
had seen that one. Hold on. It's a horror movie too.
Oh god, like it's so good. It's so trippy. It's so good. Every time I
That's
go
the one
through
that
it, I'm like,
Hoso Teratoma just watched and was
mm,
like, "This is crazy." I have not seen it, but I've wanted to see it. I've been wanting to. Is it on anywhere where I can like watch it? Because I'll watch it. I
I
heard it was
think
crazy.
so. Hang on, let me see.
It's on Amazon. Do I have to buy it? Can I just rent it? Is it on free? I'll rent it for $3.99. That's fine. That's fine. House is hallucinatory head trip. Ooh, I need some.
Yeah. Definitely go into that nice and cozy.
She needs drugs. Okay, listen. Okay.
Nice and cozy. Nice and cozy.
Oh, it's only 87 minutes. Okay, work.
Mhm.
I could work with that. It says Amazon rated it as eerie, campy, international comedy.
Comedy.
Yes. They got comedy.
Nah, it's surrealist. It's not comedy.
Like
What?
why comedy?
I guess maybe because some of the surrealist moments
Are that
like,
ridiculous that
it's
it's
like
like
you have moments where you uncomfortably laugh, where you're just like, oh. Where you go, oh.
okay, let me write that down.
Yeah.
I feel like the next time we go live, we have to have a discussion about that movie. Because it just looks crazy. For Hoso to say that was the best experience they had watching a film, I'm like, oh, I must watch this. 1977.
Is it on HBO? It might be on HBO Max.
House is in HBO Max?
Might be.
Look at me having a remote that's connected to HBO Max.
Yo.
It's on there? Oh shit. Do I have to watch that tonight?
I'm gonna rewatch it. Fuck it. I'm gonna rewatch it today.
I can't. Okay, great. Put it down, Bleeker.
I know.
I saw you catch yourself.
I know. I was like, wait. Don't worry.
You're about to give me Natalie Nunn on
I'm
on
sorry. Listen,
I'm
I'm so used to another platform where I'm allowed to.
Right.
So like honestly, you're lucky I've only grabbed for it twice at this point. I admit it. There was another one. Everybody saw it earlier too, I'm sure. But
listen. One of these days, the policy will change. Okay, listen. It's a revenge movie, and the movie just spirals.
mm-hmm.
Oh,
like
okay.
think of it. Did you see The Audition? Oh no, that's another fucked up Korean horror film. I was gonna say if The Audition was a surrealist horror, then it'd be the audition. But
Oh no, I saw it. I was like the lady who was like basically like she was like, oh, I forget the way to describe it because I watched it so long ago, but she was able to take the body parts apart with the
she
people.
tortured him.
Yeah, and it was really crazy.
Listen, that
movie was crazy. I was like,
The
oh
Audition is one of like my top 3 most horrifying scary movies I've ever seen, because it's like there's a whole dog, like he vomits in a dog bowl and then she feeds him the vomit, but he has no tongue and no eyes, and he's, oh my god, it's just, oh my god.
You two need to watch the Japanese horror film Confession. The movie starts out with a teacher giving milk out to her students in the morning, and then she reveals to them that she put HIV blood in some.
I have not seen that. I'm putting that on my list right now. Listen, I'm Letterboxd trash. If you have Letterboxd and want to follow on Letterboxd, I constantly am watching movies. Oh my god.
Sorry, what? Huh?
Do you know what Letterboxd is?
No, I'm referring to the actual this.
Oh, the movie.
That I'm like, I'm sorry. Excuse me. Like, wait. Heads up. Heads up. I'm over here. Like,
wait. The one from 2022 or 1968?
It has to be 1968 because 2022 is not giving that tease here with the synopsis of a mystery thriller.
Oh no, this
becomes the
like
prime suspect in a murder that occurred in a locked room. That doesn't sound like it. Jesus Christ. Okay, I'll see House tonight. Tomorrow morning.
Mm-hmm. I was like, it is getting late though, buddy.
Yeah, and I'm not trying to go to sleep with that in my mind. That is the last thing I would like to have in my mind, honey, is in my mind. Oh, okay, listen, let's wrap this up, kids. It's late. Somehow I was going to have this end like an hour or so ago, and then Bleecker popped up. And I was like, oh. And then we got into Loki, a podcast. So there you go.
Story of our lives. Yeah. Our minimum phone conversations are either 30 minutes because we were just doing a quick like check-in, or 4 hours. There's no in between.
And now you will have the best of both worlds for a podcast.
It's the best of both. Sorry.
Movies and actors and conversations. Oh my. Shit talking, laughs, and fun. Poop. Yes.
Poop, yes.
Didn't have to rhyme, but just want everyone to know that. No, just play. It's a haiku. Just playing.
Can't stand you.
It's a haiku.
It's a haiku.
There we go. Okay.
All right. Oh, High Tension is good. Whoever said High Tension, that is a great movie.
Bleecker, tell these people where they can find you if you want them to.
It's Bleecker XO on everything.
Or go to my Twitter and see who I'm following and find them there, because yes, and we've always had conversations back and forth on Twitter. So
I think my Twitter is actually it's Bleecker XOX because my other one got banned for DMCA.
Okay.
R.I.P. my Britney Spears follow.
You had a Britney Spears follow? Oh no!
A Britney Spears follow, an Obama follow, and who was the last one? I can't remember the last one, so it must not have been important. Anyways, thank you for having me. I love you.
Well, thank you for being here. I love you more. Again, you'll be seeing Bleecker sometime in the future very soon for our movie podcast. We haven't decided on a title yet.
No, we need to work on that. Maybe we should take some polls from the audience at some point and see if they have any ideas.
We should take some polls from the audience because majority of y'all will probably be in that podcast listening to this like all night. We'd love to hear some ideas. I'd be here for it. No merch is needed or necessary because we don't have to do that so soon. We can build up something there and then have it, right? Yeah. So listen, Matt, that got Bleek's name gotta be in there. Matty Bleeks.
Matty Bleek.
A bleak review. I don't know. I'm throwing it at the wall. Is it sticking though?
I don't think that pasta's cooked. Put it back. You know the method. You know the method.
So I was like, nope, it's not there. I can't. I can't. Oh, okay. This bleak rant. I kind of like that. That actually is kind of dope. That's like a bleak rant. A bleak rant.
Oh, story of my life, man.
I'm telling you, reels and reviews too long. But thank you, too long. A bleak rant, yeah, that kind of sits with me. A bleaker rant. Oh my gosh. Okay, listen. I don't know. Wait, bleaker rant is giving. It is kind of a bleaker rant.
You know what? I just don't want it to sound like it's only me though. You know what I mean? Because I feel like a bleaker rant for unsuspecting people who don't already know you may just think that it's just me ranting and that it's my podcast, but it's our podcast.
Bleaks of
Listen,
Matty.
I don't want to be the white person colonizing your audience.
Well, Julie's radicalized me, so you coming back in will just bring in the white folks who left that were so offended. But no, a bleak, like
I'll just go.
God, I have so many thoughts that are coming to my mind. Bleakly speaking, it's such a that is such a great one. Matty, bleakly speaking. Oh, that is cute. We'd have to make the whole Matty, bleakly speaking. It's like
honestly,
Maddie.
And I think that each one that we do, we both have to have one point where the other of us can't have an opinion on it. Like, I'm gonna say my statement, and this is a non-veto, no comments, questions, or concerns.
Matty, bleakly speaking.
Matty, bleakly speaking, I think that when we're looking at Beau is afraid.
And you're like, Matty, can't veto the opinion. I'm like, all right, out. I'm out. Let it go. we put a whole timer on. It's like a tick tock, and then you just have to go in and make your point in for 90 seconds. Like, this is it. This is why it's good. And you can't say no.
And you can't
I love it. You can't say no. Y'all, look at that. Y'all are helping. See how that works?
See, it's a community.
It's a community. Welcome to the Rant Pack. You've always been here. Listen, y'all cooking tonight. Hey, when you're creative,
you should hear some of the ideas we throw around that we don't even say anything
that
about.
you
it's
have
so
not.
It's so dumb. We come up with the dumbest shit.
We start, especially when we start just naming shit and just going for it. Because I'm an idiot. So I'm just going to say stuff that's like, okay, let's think of something vulgar, but like possibly no one would know it's vulgar because they're stupid. Okay, so let's go there. So, Matty, bleakly speaking, that's going to sit with me for a little bit, but I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna figure it out.
Well, thank you for having me.
Wait a minute. Call me, bleak me just came to my mind. That's funny. Call me, bleak me if you want to reach me. If you want Matty, it's okay. Whenever.
That's my text tone, by the way. Her
It is.
My text tone.
Oh, I'm your crazy average girl. I'm not here to save the world. Don't you know that I am impossible? Yeah. Bleak and Matty.
It got so Michael all of a sudden.
Because, well, come on. Oh, wait. See, when I send you the clip of my drag performance, you're going to be that statement you just made. Be prepared because I had to do something to give it to Michael for my performance.
As you should.
There's a part in the song that's very Michael Jackson-y, and I'm like, oh, that I am going to have to throw in a couple moves there. Bleak and Matty's Uncharted Chatter.
Actually, Uncharted Chatter is pretty cute.
Yeah, Uncharted Chatter with Bleaks and Matty, Bleaker and Matty. Yeah, I like that. Uncharted Chatter. Matty is going to take that and click OK. We will
being cinematic.
Very that. Manifest Destiny. Conversations with
Not Manifest Destiny.
That's kind of brilliant. The
Yeah, but
bleaker
it also
side of Maddie.
No, but it also Manifest Destiny Conversations with Bleaker sounds like you're about to sit me down and walk me through my white heritage lineage.
So let's start first with the parents. No, let's start with your grandmother.
Don't start on my dad's side. That's a problem. When a Nazi and a Jewish woman meet and they make a baby, it happens like this.
Ladies and gentlemen, and there you go. Because boom. That's right. For my
complex character.
And when you find out that none of my parents are white, boom, that's really going to throw you away. That's going to just throw you for a loop. It always happens. Are you sure? I think I'm pretty sure that my mother's in the grave right now is not a white woman and that my father, who's still alive with his new teeth, is a full-on black man. Please don't do that to me.
Yeah, but why are you white?
Manifest Destiny. That sounds like my own podcast series where I just talk about the bullshit that happens in my life. And at the end of it, I have to manifest something for myself to go into the next day. What is the script with Maddie and Bleaker?
Manifest Destiny is like, you know, like Sue sees it, like Sue's Corner or whatever. And
yeah.
It sounds like one thing that you would come on to be like, and another thing that I don't like.
Or very, you know what really grinds my gears?
Grinds my gears by Pam Grier.
Oh, Crystal, Maddie, I'm just put this out there before I forget. Tomorrow is May the 4th be with you.
Yes, and Carrie Fisher's finally getting her star. So everybody put out your little...
So, because tomorrow is May the 4th, I might just go see Jedi Returns. Or Return of the Jedi, excuse me. Ooh, wow. Ooh. Return of the Jedi. I might just go see it, just because. Just
do it.
It's my favorite Star Wars movie, too. So
it's the best one.
It is the best one. I don't care on any basis. Empire Strikes Back is close second. It was so sad. I was like, everything bad is happening here. No, the bad guys are winning.
I know.
It's my brother's favorite movie, and that explains his character. I'm a high school teacher, millennial, so you know I gotta have that humor. Oh, God bless you. God bless you. God bless you.
Yeah.
The worst years, like middle school and high school. Oh, horrible. A lot. Horrible people.
Horrible people.
Like their parents gave up. Okay.
Cut the feed.
Should have swallowed. All right. Let's close this out. And she doesn't mean Jesus. That's Jewish.
Jesus.
He won't hear you.
Jesus. I know. I keep going into the wrong churches and buildings. I don't know which one to touch.
He's going to be like, and your people did what to me? I thank you. No.
To be fair.
Technically. Okay, listen. Technically,
we did it to our own people because...
So it was a self-hating crime and like you talking about these stuff. No, I'm just playing on this stuff. Okay.
Old Testament? Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah. And you're still mixing wolves.
Every time you're in the desert and you're parched, think of the juice.
Yeah.
This is so dumb. Get out of here. This is so dumb. We're doing our part.
Yeah.
We're doing our part to stop Jewish hate. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
This opportunity.
Yeah. Did you see those commercials recently? Like,
please, with the woman with her kid and she rolls up on the bike and like it's like, we hate Jews or something on her fucking garage door. And her neighbor's like, oh.
He doesn't say anything and they like leave. She's like, go on, get the car. And then she comes back and sees it's been painted over and she turns and she goes,
thank you.
And I was like,
what? Like, where did she go?
Like a full Nazi symbol. I'm like, this is a commercial. And I'm like, hold up, what's going on here? And when did this start happening? What's happening? Like, I was like, is this because of Nick Cannon? What's going on?
Like, the whole message was like, you too can help cover up vandalized Jewish property. What's what's the symbolism
Was that
here?
reported? Like, could y'all report that to the police?
You sat there all day and waited until she drove up to the house and saw it with her kid, and then went, "Oh fuck, I should probably help her out with that."
He
And
was
then,
still outside. You shut up.
like, it gave the same energy as the like TikTokers that walk up to homeless people are like, "Here's $100" while filming them.
Oh
It was the
man,
same
that is so
energy.
funny. Now that I'm
Like,
thinking about it,
bro, if you saw it that long while you were sitting on your driveway working on your little truck as you were doing, then why? He's like, "Oh no, I didn't realize that the swastika and a slur on her garage door was a problem until she got home."
better yet, how long were you outside looking at that before they even realized it was out there? You didn't even knock on the door to be like, "Hey, someone vandalized your garage. Don't bring your babies out here. I'm gonna call the police." That did not happen. So yes, good job, commercial.
Like, what was the message? What was I supposed to take away? Oh, thank God, I too can have a vaguely ambiguously racial man come paint my hate speech off of my property.
And I was like, and here's for me as a Christian, I was like, what if she says thank Jesus at the end of this video? Now that would have been the real kicker.
I can't.
Hey. As just like our phone calls, it's hard to get off the call.
I know, we gotta go.
Right now. We do.
Stop talking to me.
Shut up.
First of all,
oh, I love my friend so much. Stupid. You're stupid. I didn't kick her. She just got on herself. That's why it's so funny. She just removed herself. I can't. And she knows this. Oh, excuse me. They know this too. Oh, fuck me. I love you, you bitch. I know. Please do it. Reddit is already dragging me. I will never be allowed into another space again. I'm sorry, Bleaks. You know I'm getting there. My bad, baby. They were amazing. I hope you love my friend. I hope you did enjoy the time. I had a good time. I had a cackle today. I did. I had a cackle today. I love them so much. I do. Honestly. Everyone ready your cancel? Oh, yeah. So again, if you want to see me and Bleeker with our podcast and you want to help us out with that and support it, please let us know in the comment section after this video. Get on social media, tag us in whatever you want us to see and talk about. And of course, we'll pull together a way to record for y'all and post it. I'm thinking that we do it on StreamYard and then like just upload the audio on like another system for the audio devices. But if you wanted to watch us on YouTube to have those conversations, that's fine. At the same time, I don't want to be restricted to YouTube's, we can't say this, we can't do that. So I'd rather us have a platform where we can speak openly. And so I'm gonna talk more about that with Bleeker and we'll get that together. And make sure. I just want us to be able to talk openly and not be like a YouTube doesn't like you saying this kind of that kind of bit. Because I already know they're gonna limit the monetization on this video. I already know they're gonna limit the monetization on this video, but whatever. I had a good time talking today. I love y'all down. Look at us, a rant with me for almost 4 hours. This is what happens when I can't film in the day. We have late night conversations, okay? All right, I'm out of here. Please send my friend. Their name is Bleeker, and they are awesome. You learned a lot about them today. I'm a survivor. I love y'all, and I thank you for supporting me. You want to drop me a tip in my jar, PayPal.me/MattyRants, catch all the comments. The MattyRants, everything's going to DragCon. Have a good night, everybody. I'm out. I'm sleepy. Okay, we're gonna get some content going on here very soon. But for the Drag Race Espana in Bad Boys, Texas, Saturday, it's gonna be a double review. We're gonna do Espana earlier in the day, trying to make sure I do it in time for people who are living in Spain and those hours in Europe, and make sure that's all together, and then we'll do Bad Boys Texas in the afternoon on that Saturday, okay? I'm a survivor. I got my teeth clean so I can do this now. I gotta go to bed. Good night, y'all. Take care. I love you down. All the good stuff, all the good vibes, good energy to you. Have a blessed night or a good morning or whatever time it is. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Listen. Yeah. Yes, Lord. Oh. Get that out of there. Shout out to M. I see you on my PayPal, baby. I forgot to say something, but I'm gonna say it now without my voice or my voice up here. Bon Chance with Pizza Cakes debuted. Maddie meeting Bleecker was a treat too. Love you, babe. Have a good night, everybody. Bye.